We're doing
Here
good.
we go.
Here we go,
Doing
dude.
great. Sorry to make you miss your high school flag football game.
Just ready to go 0-2 this week.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I care about my students, dude. And I promised them all week I was going to go to their game Friday. So
Well, I'm
You
sorry.
should-
I'm a
now you have to
teacher.
tell him, sorry,
Ability.
teacher just didn't read his text messages.
yeah, that is what happened. That is what
Which
happened.
you responded to. You're like, I didn't see it. You literally responded. Yeah, I can make that work.
Dude, I
So
could.
you did see it.
You look, man. I could call you guys out, but at the end of the day, I'm here because I'm a trooper.
Okay. Tyler's trying to get out of it, dude. Oh, let's just do it next week.
Oh yeah, dude. Ty's worming his way like we don't have 1,000 games to get to today.
I have a dinner, bro, with my best friend before I go back to Florida. Forgive me
Wait, what?
for being like, oh, we
You're
can
already
move it. Yeah, I
going
got-
home?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's leaving, dude.
How'd you
And
know
I
that?
can't hang out
dude?
on Sunday. I'll see him Saturday, and that's the last time I'll see him.
You can come over to my house, Chris, and hang out with me.
Yeah,
I'm
let
gonna
me
go-
just
visit him in a
drop
couple
a
months, and
dime
we're
to
gonna-
come visit.
Drop a
We're gonna
dime.
do a
Just
hot tub stream.
You're not doing a hot tub stream. You're not coming over to my house. You're
Jess
not
already
allowed.
said I could. Jess already said I could. And Jess and Jody are already planning it.
I'm in.
You're
Hot tub stream,
literally
John. Let's go.
not
Next sports show.
allowed.
Hey, next sports show. Hot
be
tub sports
sleeping.
show.
You
That's right.
articles of clothing to be in our house.
Tyler, I will have articles of clothing on in your house, but in the hot tub,
You're not
skinny
getting in
dipping. We're skinny dipping.
my hot tub. I'm gonna poison it. I'm gonna
With what?
put arsenic in it.
My
Okay.
body's immune to
Yeah,
all
jokes
things.
on you, dude. My body thrives in that environment.
It's like the opposite of kryptonite, bro. It makes
Hey.
me stronger.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Somebody highlights a message. Please talk about the reporter who talked to Tyreek today. Did you guys see that clip?
No.
No, what happened?
They're like, did you know that it's been like over a year since you've had a catch over 30 yards? And he was like, you trying to piss me off today? It was pretty funny.
That is
Yikes.
funny.
Dude. You know how everyone says, first off, every content team loves to overreact about week 1, right?
Absolutely.
It's like the
Click.
thing.
Clicks get bucks, dude.
Like week 1 overreactions. The Dolphins actually might be legitimately terrible.
Yeah, I completely agree.
If you have a players meeting the first week of the season, that's not good.
It's not a good look.
Yeah. No.
I mean, bro, it almost looked like because Miami was home, right? So it almost looked like Tua couldn't see.
I
when
thought
he
it was
throwing.
in.
Was it in Indianapolis?
I thought it was.
Hang on, I can look. Yeah, you're right. They were away. It literally, like, it was so sunny. I don't know. First off, I don't know why I would never want to play in something like that. You literally just look on the field and it's just like sun, shade, sun, shade, sun, shade. So I don't know if that was impacting Tua, but I mean, something had to have been.
That's what I don't like about the Cowboy Stadium, because it's like closed, but the sun shines through and it's just all over the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it at halftime. It's literally, they did it on purpose so that at halftime, the Cowboys never have to deal with it. The away team has to going into the sun. It's super cringe. And they need every advantage they can get, especially after selling Micah Parsons, which clearly was a bad decision.
Oh my
He's
God.
dominating over at Green Bay.
I'll
I'm
forever hate
terrified,
them for
boys.
that.
I'm terrified, boys.
It's incredible, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Blevins Sports Show. We got a 2-hour show for you. We're going to talk about week 1. We're going to talk about week 2, which already happened yesterday for our first game.
Game 1. Yeah.
We're going to go through all of the games. Someone said Ty's audio is low. I'm just going to turn you up a little bit.
Turn me up, dude. Turn me up.
You're
Turn
turned
him up.
But we have a lot, and I want to start just with the Lions. We're not going to talk about the Lions Bears yet. We'll wait till the end of the show for that. But we got together. Our week 1 tradition feels like it's been 10 plus years. Whole family, so excited, and just not a ton to cheer for, really. Like the most excited we got, I think, was that pick 6 that wasn't. And honestly, I left before the Tesla touchdown even happened, so didn't even get to celebrate that with you guys. Packers. Now we see how crazy the Packers look against the Commanders. They made the Lions and Commanders offense both look anemic.
2 divisional round playoff teams from last year.
Yeah, with a combined what? The Commanders had what, 12 wins or something? Was it 12 last year or 11?
Yeah, 12.
So combined like
27
wins. Insane. And the Packers just easily handled the Lions and then the Commanders. So real quick, and we'll get into the Packers. Gut reaction to the Lions game against the Packers at Lambeau week 1. And on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your concern going forward? 10 being the most concerned, obviously.
Ty, you want to go over me?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm at like a 5. I'm at like a 5 of concernment for a couple of reasons. I think our offensive play calling felt a little suspect, which is never a good sign, especially since obviously we lost Ben Johnson and the whole narrative there. But I mean, our offensive line just looked terrible, and like I know that they can get better, and they weren't bad because they were injured. They're bad because they were, they're all playing together, actually getting reps in for the first time in real games. And when you have a change at center as well, which is one of the most important positions of the offensive line, it is the most important position of the offensive line. Like I think you're just going to have some struggles week one, and maybe even for the first couple of games until they get, I don't know, each other figured out. There was a lot of missed blocks, missed opportunities, miscommunications. And I honestly think the game would have been closer if I think Terrion Arnold, I mean, he was out for like the second half of the game with a groin injury. And the second he left the game, they stopped getting big explosive plays on us. And they were like throwing all over him. So like I think he was hurt to the point where he was like just not playing the greatest. And after that, they stopped just driving it down our throats in the second half. We finally were able to step it up. But, I don't know. Our offense takes a little bit to get going, and our defense didn't have that great of a game. And the Packers look great. I mean, we're on the road too, which is, I guess it's not really an excuse because we were undefeated on the road last year. But I think it's definitely too early to panic.
Yeah.
It's at least slightly an excuse for some of the miscommunications on the offensive line. Green Bay was louder than I've heard them in a long time.
John, if you ask me this question on Sunday, I'm saying 9 or 10. But today, with time to reflect, I'm kind of around tie. I'm like a 4 or 5, dude. The play that stands out to me. Do you guys remember when Monty almost gets stopped for a safety?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you watch the all 22 of that play, you ready for this?
I saw it.
Yeah. So the center, right, is Glasgow, and here's Tate Ratledge. And Glasgow goes left to double team the nose tackle. Ratledge goes right to double team the left.
Block no one.
The
He
left
didn't touch
edge.
anyone. No one.
And there's this guy just staring at Monty unblocked.
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't even their dudes beat our dudes. It was our dudes beat ourselves. So, and again, I'm not taking anything away from the Packers. They look better than the Lions for sure right now. Like, I'm not saying that at all. They do. But I think that the Lions clean that up. I think that gets cleaned up. And then our easy, like Tyler said, our play calling, our easy button plays, like John Morton ranked bottom 10 in the league in calling easy button plays. And like what that means is like, do they call play action? Are they calling motion? Like, are they putting their guys in advantageous positions pre-snap and post-snap? And the answer for the Lions was not really. And Ben Johnson did that all the time to make.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how much movement there was. Moving every play when on the Bears offense.
Like there's even evidence to show that there's like motion on run plays is better. Like it's efficient. Yep. It gets guys moving. So I think if that's something that they can absolutely clean up, John, and I'm not as worried seeing, like, now that I see how dominant Green Bay just is, like, I'm not as worried.
Yeah, dude, their linebackers and their cornerbacks and this, like, just at every position. I mean, it was diabolical. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I don't think I've watched a game of football where every time a good quarterback, not even a bad quarterback, right? Where you just expect the defense to be like fine and the offense is questionable. Like, we're looking at Jane Daniels, who had an absolute, John's gonna have to go handle that. We look at Jane Daniels, who had what an explosive year last year, and he has weapons on his team. And every time the ball went more than 10, 20 yards, like off screen, I'm like, here we go, big play coming in from Jane Daniels. And like, it would be a Green Bay Packer literally stuck to whoever it was like glue, and would knock the ball away.
Yeah.
Would turn and look at the ball incoming. Like, they were just dialed in every single throw. There was no explosive plays. It was wild to watch. And then the linebackers making tackles. Like, dude, every time Jane Daniels scrambled, the linebackers, I was watching, they reacted immediately. They knew that he was going to, like, it was perfect. It was some of the best spying I've ever seen, and they spied him every play.
Every offense where speed is your advantage, right? So think Jaden Daniels, think JMO, think Gibbs. Like, if you have an advantage with speed on the offense, Green Bay can counter with just as much speed on defense. And so you don't really have an advantage.
Yep. And with us, like against us, the Green Bay just dropped 7 back the entire game. We couldn't get the ball. We couldn't run the ball. And so what do? Like, you have to be able to run if they're going to drop 7. That's how we beat them twice last year, because they played similar defense last year. You run the ball, it sets a play action. If you can't run the ball, our offense is going to be awful. Guys, I'm a 3. I'm a level 3 concern, but I will say that if we somehow lose this game on Sunday to the Bears, that will be a 10.
Oh, yeah, I will be way more concerned. I'll be concerned if it's like a super close game.
Yeah, I'd like to win by 10 or more. I think the spread's right now -6, but I'm just gonna trust Dan Campbell, dude. I'm gonna trust him. I don't think he's lost back-to-back games in his career in Detroit. At least maybe not after the
Not
1-6 start.
his first year was different.
Right. But he's done a great job. He took full blame. He said we put too much on their plate. We had it was way too complicated for the communication for the offensive line. And so we'll see. I'm not too concerned. Big favorites at home. It's going to be crazy. And now we get to see Caleb Williams.
Right.
And
If they just go
away with a loud crowd the entire game.
we put too much on him. If they just go, you got him, I get him. Like I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, 100%. So anyway, not super concerned. Let's see what happens this weekend. Unfortunately, I'll be surrounded by Packer fans during that game, watching it on my phone. So please don't disappoint me, right? I just don't want to be in a crabby mood. Guys, how'd you do on your week 1 picks?
13-3, baby.
I think I went even.
Wow.
I think I went even. I went bold.
Ty went even?
I think I went dead even. 50%. I have to check.
I went 12-5.
Oh, hold on now. Hang on.
How? There were 16 games.
I must have not picked a game.
I had the
No,
Eagles.
you
I
picked
lost
one too
the
many.
One. I lost the Dolphins one. I had the Steelers. I lost the
16
Panthers.
out of
I had
16
the
picks
Cardinals. I
made.
had the Commanders. I had the Buccaneers. I had the Vikings. I had the Ravens. I had the Texans lost. The Lions lost.
Because of last night's game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
If we're counting last night's game, then I was 14-3.
Sorry, I forgot I was going to count that. So you're 14-3. I'm 12-5 currently. And Ty?
And 6, 7, 6, 7,
Oh my
8, 9, 10. 10-6.
Okay, not bad.
And
Almost winning record.
I had the Packers. I had the Packers.
Oh, so you're
11-6.
11-7. You're 11 or 11-6. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're all
so one by me.
we're
So
all
chilling.
double digits.
We're all double digits already. It's only week 1. Just a reminder too, in case you guys haven't seen this yet, the Rams were 1-4 last year before they came back and won the division, and we're 1 play away from going to the NFC Championship game against the Super Bowl winners, the
Yeah.
Eagles, in that snow game.
Yeah, I'm a week
let's
4
not-
guy, John. Like after a
100%.
quarter of football, that's kind of where I like to assess where every team is at.
Yep. So we'll learn a lot. We'll learn a lot this week and in the next few weeks. So let's go back to week 1. So we can't talk about last night yet. What game in week 1 surprised you guys the most?
Yeah.
And maybe you can't say Lions Packers.
No.
No,
yeah.
you definitely can't say that.
I got I was thinking about this one a lot, John, when you asked that. I like that question. And for me, it was Broncos Titans, but for like reasons for both teams. I was really, really surprised at the way the Broncos, like the way Peyton called the game. I did not like it. There was not a lot of running. Like Dobbins, Harvey, like you invest these high picks in the run game and then trade for Dobbins, pick up Dobbins, whatever, and don't even run the football. And then you compound that with the fact that Bo Nix looked like worse than his rookie season, which we talked about this. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember me saying, like, as far as just a talent perspective, in my opinion, of the first 10 picks, whatever, Bo Nix was like the lowest quarterback on my scale, just from like what he can do himself. And I said he has the best help around him. And he looked like that. Like he looked like he didn't grow at all over the summer. 2 picks, a fumble. They still win because that defense is phenomenal. But then on the other side of the ball, if you didn't watch this game, so everyone at home, Cam Ward is legit.
Yeah.
Cam Ward is legit, and I want you guys. There's this play that they had deep in his own end zone. He was like 10 yards in his own end zone, and he rips this ball across his body like 22 yards to Calvin Ridley just on a dime, and Ridley actually caught this one. They pick up the first down. This dude can sling the freaking ball, and I know like him and Stroud had really bad stats week 1, but they both did not play bad. So I just want to say, like, if you're a Texans fan, if you're a Titans fan, and you're just like, man, is this my quarterback? And like all you're looking at is the box score. Like I'm really excited to watch Cam Ward. He needs more help. Like his receivers got to catch the ball.
100%. Ty, what game surprised you the most week 1, dude?
I gotta go. I could probably find like a sleeper one, but I'll go with an obvious one that I think will get more attention. Is the Ravens Bills, dude?
Oh my gosh.
I was on the Ravens. And they were up 15, 4.5 minutes left. I turned off the game, went downstairs and played some League of Legends with some friends. And I look over I'm like, let me pull the game up in like the middle of the queue, kind of like pull the game up. And then I turn back around, or picking champs. I turn back around, and the Bills have the ball down 2, driving in the red zone already. Like
Yeah, and it's like, what happened?
Like within what happened? And dude, the Ravens are notorious for this, and I think it's time we've talked about this in the preseason. We talked about this before. Harbaugh might not be it, dude. He might not be a good coach because he loses these games. He loses the most unlosable games I've ever seen for the talent that they have. And then what sickens me is it's 4th and 2. You have arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league. You have the runner-up of MVP at your helm. 4th and 2. You're on like the 50-yard line. So you're not in complete dangerous territory.
You're in Buffalo.
You're in Buffalo. What are you doing? You're gonna punt the ball because you've been stopping Josh Allen all night, right? Like you've been doing incredible against the Bills all night. You could stop them here with 3 minutes left while your defense is gassed. Let's punt the ball and give the ball to the MVP with over 3 minutes left. Surely they can't get in the red zone and kick a field goal to win the game. I'm sorry, Lamar needs to have the ball there on 4th and 2. That was also a terrible decision to punt.
Yeah,
No, I
Correct
don't
me
know.
if I'm wrong, but I'm
I
pretty
wanna
sure
say the
there
chat,
was
like
3 straight runs too, right?
Yeah, the chat is
Yeah,
saying
dude.
Harbaugh didn't fumble the ball. Look, absolutely he did not, right? And Henry owns up to that. But Harbaugh, Tyler's right. He did not. He should have gone for it on 4th and 3. Like you have these players, you believe you have a play in your. You don't give the ball back to Josh Allen. Like there are games where you you be conservative, right? You're winning, and you're just like maybe even Mahomes. Right? The way that offense is right now without Rashee Rice, maybe you're like, dude, I really trust my defense. They're not getting a field goal. But with what Buffalo is doing all day to punt the ball when you can end the game with the ball in your hand, I completely agree with you, Tyler. That is all on Harbaugh.
Josh Allen, 33 for 46, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's punt the ball.
Well, and I'm pretty sure they ran it 3 straight times before that 4th down.
Yeah, very
Right?
conservative play call.
Let him like go for the first. It shouldn't have even been 4th and 3. Like let Lamar. He only threw it like 20 something times.
Look at Green Bay against the Commanders last night. There were several. I mean, bro, they were up. I want to say 10, and they went for it on like 1st and 10. They did a play action bomb down the field.
Yep,
like,
they were trying. The Green Bay multiple times tried to end the game last night.
End the game. They tried to end the game so many different times, and I absolutely love that. I think that again, like when you're playing against a team that has the ability to come back, they have the offense, they have the athlete right at the helm. You have to win those games. You have to go out and win those games, not let the other team lose, right?
Yep.
And I think that the Ravens are just notorious for this, man. Again, they lost to some of the worst teams in football last year as well. This isn't the first time I mean, let's not forget 2 years ago when they were in the playoffs. I think they got first rounded. And I think Lamar Jackson. Well, what do they have? They had Derrick Henry, and I think he ran the ball. Or Lamar Jackson had like 40 throws or something like that. You don't win with Lamar Jackson having 40 throws. Like this dude needs to scramble. You need to be running. Like they had some of the greatest. I think they had one of the best like wombo combo running backs that were doing incredibly well all season. And the entire scheme of the game was just to throw the ball. And like that's just not how Lamar is, right? He can do that, but that's not what he should be doing. I don't know. It seems like they just crumble.
The best part is the Ravens still have like the best roster in the NFL. Like the amount of explosive plays they had in that game was funny. I think I told you guys this. I think they had 4 touchdown drives under 5 plays. Like 4 touchdown drives took 5 or less plays. And like they're amazing. It's like, don't get me wrong, the Ravens are going to be fine. Okay?
Of course.
But I want to say this, and because the 3 of us talked about Buffalo's schedule before the season. With Buffalo winning this game, and I know injuries happen, right? So I'm not going to be like insanely hyperbolic, but like to me, lock Buffalo in as the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Right.
Like, okay, they could stumble, they could lose games they shouldn't lose, but their schedule is so easy. Like the Ravens were the hardest game on their schedule, and they won it.
Yep.
So like, to me, it's Buffalo's division to lose now. I like in my head, Buffalo is the 1 seed in the AFC. The playoffs are going through Buffalo right now.
Yep.
Give me some snow games in the playoffs, baby.
Right.
So I was going to say the Colts Dolphins, but like, Chris and I went to the training camp joint practice with the Lions and the Dolphins. And I'm not surprised. Like I predicted, I think in the preseason that Mike McDaniel would be the first one to be fired. They already had a players only meeting. So I think the Dolphins are kind of in shambles. But I will say what did surprise me about that game is just Daniel Jones playing great.
Yeah.
And just a note.
But playing great against
No,
the
I know, but hear
Right.
me out. A
We don't
note, like
know.
if you're a Vikings fan and you watch JJ McCarthy kind of grow up in front of your eyes each quarter against the Bears after they were kind of getting smacked around, Kevin O'Connell looked at Sam Darnold, knew what he had, said, I want JJ. They got Daniel Jones last year. He looked at Daniel Jones in practices and said, I'm going to go with JJ. And look at Daniel now. And Daniel's post-game comments, I don't know if you guys saw it, he was affirming the heck out of O'Connell. He's like, the way he coaches quarterbacks and the way that the Vikings are coaching their offense, he's like, is nothing like I've been around. So Daniel Jones, interesting, but I'm not going to pick that game. I'm going to say Jet Steelers, which I think was the best game on Sunday at noon.
That is such a good game to pick.
And the thing that surprised me was really just both quarterbacks. Like, obviously, I've been saying Aaron Rodgers can still sling it. He's not the old Aaron Rodgers, but he can still sling it. He proved that against a pretty darn good Jets defense, at least we think. But he made it look kind of easy. And then Justin Fields. I've watched him play 20-plus games in his career, and he's always been a freak athletically, and he's always been able to hit. Like, he's had a big arm, but he never keeps his eyes downfield. And all game long, he's scrambling around. His eyes are downfield. He's making throws instead of just running it.
He looked amazing.
He looked really, really good. So, and again, that's a good Steelers defense. So both quarterbacks looking good that a lot of people didn't think would against good defenses. That game surprised me a lot. I'm excited to watch both of those teams, the Steelers and the Jets, here next week to see how Rodgers and Fields do.
Dude, to add on to that, John, the thing that surprised me the most of that game was that Rodgers played within Arthur Smith's offense.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't the Aaron Rodgers show. It was the Pittsburgh offense show, and here's Aaron Rodgers operating within it. Like, he's actually accepting coaching, which was crazy to me.
Yep, 100%. Ty, did you put the command in your chat, by the way, for the YouTube?
Yeah, sir.
Well, I don't know what it is for yours, but guys, if you type in ! Sports Show, you can go watch the Blood Bros Sports Show on our official YouTube page that Chris is live streaming from, in my chat at least.
Yeah, we got it.
But yeah, just a crazy week one. So we just chatted Bills Ravens. I want to add one thing about that before we go to Vikings Bears. For me, guys, like who are the defenses for the Ravens and the Bills? 51 and 49 points. Yes, it's the two most explosive offenses in the league. Yes, it's probably the two best quarterbacks in the league. But is there any cause for concern for their defenses going forward?
Buffalo,
just a lot of points.
Buffalo, yes.
Stopping the run mostly.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about the Ravens in the long term with the talent that they have on that side of the ball. They also had didn't their best safety get out for a while?
I think so.
Not Gonzalez. That's the Patriots. They had that baller they just paid at safety. But yeah, I'm not worried about the Ravens. I'm definitely more worried about this Bills defense.
Washington.
I think we're going to learn a lot more about the Bills defense on Sunday when they play the Jets. So I'm really excited for that.
Speaking of, there's a lot of cappers like to say that Vegas overreacts week one. And so that like if Fields didn't look the way he did against the Steelers, that the Bills would probably be 10 or 14 point favorites instead of 6 or 7 like it is now. And so a lot of guys are like, hammer the Bills -6, -7 against the Jets because there's just no way that they're going to keep it close. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm dude. Yeah, the way that run game looked and the way Henry was running all over him, I feel like the Jets can surprise some people against this Bills defense. I think Allen and company are still going to get theirs. But I think the Jets will surprise some people this weekend.
Yep. Let's chat the last week's Monday Night Football game earlier this week. Vikings, Bears. Bears hop out to a crazy lead. That first drive was the best I've ever seen Caleb Williams look. And by the way, yes, it was scripted plays, right? Yes, Ben Johnson was ready to go right down the field, just like the Packers did against us with those first 15 plays. But on that drive, Caleb did things I've never seen him do. Eyes downfield like Fields did in the game. Made some great throws. On the second play of the game, an insane touch throw to Swift. He waits for him to get open and throws a really tough touch throw. Then he escapes on like third down and chucks a bullet to Adunze on the sideline, and he catches a great ball. And they go down and they score. And then the rest of the game, he's just missing wide open guys and kind of got just twinkle toes every time he got in the pocket and it started to collapse a little bit. He started to freak out and scramble when he didn't need to. But Vikings Bears, what do you think? Vikings come back. JJ McCarthy doesn't do anything until the fourth quarter. They kind of didn't let him. They didn't want him to have to do much to the fourth quarter. And they end up winning the game. Bears go 0-1, and Ben Johnson's opener, a bunch of coaching gaffes, some missed timeouts, a bad challenge, the whole kicking at the end.
Yeah.
Thoughts in general on Vikings Bears week one?
Yeah, dude. Do you guys know Brucey?
Brucey who?
Brucey from The Longest Yard.
Oh yeah.
Brucey, yeah. Shouldn't eat that popcorn. That's Caleb Williams.
Oh, my
Caleb Williams looked like Brucey after that first drive. I mean, this guy's like, I have never seen somebody. By the way, I legitimately just threw my water bottle. I had no idea where it was going to land. He looks like Brucey from The Longest Yard, man. Like he's just all over the place, and he's just throwing balls, and they're so inaccurate. They're not going anywhere. That's what it looked like the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. There were just, mind you, he was making. Obviously, I don't think he threw any interceptions. And he looked incredible in the first drive. He was maneuvering the pocket very well, and yeah, he was hitting some good throws, but he was also missing wide open players, wide open, and it looked like he was just his body was moving even faster than his brain was moving, but his brain was moving pretty damn fast too. And he was just, I mean, bro, like just incomplete. Like he was rushing through everything. He looked terrible after the first. His throwing looked terrible after the first quarter.
I love what Dan Orlovsky said. He said his eyes are like faster than his feet. Like, so like kind of like what Ty was saying. Like, so if you're a Bears fan, I think what you have to be excited about is that he was making the right read. It's like he was going through the progressions. He was finding wide open players and then just sailing the ball.
Right.
Because he wasn't setting his feet after he saw the right play with his eyes. So, like, that's a mechanics thing. I honestly think that Caleb, if he wants to, can fix that. I don't know if he can fix it this season, right? But, dude, he was finding the open guys. He was just missing them.
Right.
So, if you're a Bears fan, I think I, like, hold on to that hope. And then from a Viking standpoint, I just think that, you know, the pressure finally started to get home a little bit more in the second half.
Started blitzing. Yep.
And JJ, I like John. That was such a perfect way to say it. Like, kind of grew up throughout the course of the game. I really like the way you put that. So, if you're a Vikings fan, you got to love that. You don't have Addison, you don't have Jordan Naylor, like Jaden Naylor, like, so you're missing all your dudes. When they come back, this could be a fun offense if JJ continues to grow.
JJ McCarthy, man, love him or hate him. I love him as a Michigan man. His records since high school, including all his high school games, all his college games at Michigan, and now his first NFL game, 64-3.
Not bad.
64-3. 3 losses since he was a freshman in high school. He's a winner, dude. He's a winner. They love him in there. I was watching the interview because apparently after the game, or apparently like after his pick 6, I think right before the pick 6, he was telling everyone like, "Don't worry, we got this. Don't worry, we got this." Then he threw a pick 6 and goes to the sideline and he's like, "I got you. This is on me. I got you. We're gonna win this game. Let's go do it." And I was watching former NFL players on Twitter be like, if my rookie quarterback came up to me on the sideline after throwing a pick 6 and we're down multiple touchdowns, he's like, I'm telling him to get the hell out of my face. Like, and like they didn't. They love him. He's already got the respect of the locker room of a bunch of veterans who've been in the league longer than him. And he went out, put his big boy pants on in the fourth quarter and just threw some dimes.
Dude, that freaking touchdown to Jefferson, that was a laser.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. Freaking laser beams.
And not an easy catch for Jefferson either. I mean, he makes everything look easy, but that was crazy.
Dude, I think that there's something to take away. If there's something to take away from this, I think it's what Daniel Jones said about Kevin O'Connell and how he coaches the offense and obviously quarterbacks. And also there was mic'd up moments of JJ McCarthy and Justin Jefferson week 1, them on the sideline talking with one another throughout the entire game while they were losing and obviously during their comeback. And like Justin Jefferson, who you would not assume, but like, you know, number 1 wide receivers, they eventually get this crazy ego a lot of the time. And dude, it was just like humbling conversations, like, we got this, brother, we got this, don't worry about it, man, just shake it off, this is gonna be fine. Like throughout the entire game, right after a field goal, missed field goal, interception, pick 6, like even after all that, and then like look what happens, right? They put up 21 points in the fourth quarter. I think that if you're a Vikings fan, you should be ecstatic. Just wait, your offense is only going to get healthier, unless more injuries happen. Which
I want to get the actual quote right. So what he said a whole bunch of stuff, I'm sure, besides this, but he said after that pick 6, is there anywhere else you'd rather be? To his O-liner said, like, yeah, with the Bears right now, with the lead. Like, absolute insane confidence. I love it. All right, we already kind of broke down Jets Steelers. I'm just going to ask you guys a question. Do you think Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields go on to have good seasons at QB this year?
So this is a question I wanted to ask Adam, you know, but he obviously wasn't feeling well. He'll be on the show hopefully soon over from FTN Network. I think that I think that Fields, I think it's sustainable. Am I insane? I think that
No, I don't think you're insane.
I think that Justin Fields is sustainable. I'm a little bit more worried in Pittsburgh, just because I know that they struggle to run the ball, right? And I do think running is more sticky than passing. So, like, the fact that I trust the Jets running game so much more, like, didn't it kind of look like Pittsburgh run game was kind of in shambles?
It did. It also kind of looked like Brees Hall was a top 5 fantasy pick from last year.
Yeah.
It did.
So I'm just, because I think running is more sticky, I kind of think like Justin Fields and the Jets can kind of do their thing, man. I think it's going to be a little bit more easy for them to continue to operate at this level. You know, it's going to be hard for Aaron Rodgers to sustain that whole offense. So
Yeah,
Warren, Caleb Johnson, someone's going to have to start running the ball.
I completely agree, Chris, and I think that I was watching that game a lot for the noon games. It was one of the games that I had on more than all the others. And I gotta say, man, Aaron Rodgers, yes, I mean his stats went 22 for 30, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. However, he doesn't move like he used to. You know, he doesn't move like he used to, and he got sacked 4 times. And a lot of those sacks were like completely just breezed through the offensive line and got right to him. And even when there was a lot of pressure, like he just can't escape as good as he used to. So I think if he goes up against some defenses that can, you know, some defensive lines that can get pressure with 4, let alone obviously, you know, dial up some interesting blitzes, I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have a problem. 4 sacks is a lot, and I don't know. Again, he just didn't look as mobile. So if they can give him a problem and make him move around, get him outside of the pocket, I think that's how you're gonna beat him this year. But I mean, if he has time to throw, it's over.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I think they'll both do well this year. And
Yeah,
if Fields has another similar game fantasy wise, like just running the ball well and throwing it well, I mean, he's a must start in your fantasy leagues after this week. If he does it again, that's the advice I've been giving. It's like,
do you know what my
wasn't he besides Josh Allen, wasn't he QB1 in fantasy this past week?
So I know he was top 5, John, and I just want to say, dude, this is where I love how like your gut can beat data. Every time Justin Fields has started in the NFL, he has been a top 7 fantasy quarterback. He has never been worse than 7th in the NFL. And so all these analysts are like, Justin Fields is the biggest value. Justin Fields is the biggest value. Justin Fields is the biggest value. And then you're sitting there. He's on the Jets for the first time. You're staring at your starting quarterback. You know that every quarterback after 6 that goes is probably not going to be as good as Justin Fields, just based on how he's produced with his legs. And it's still hard to click his name.
Yeah.
Like I still couldn't just be like, I got him. I got him in one league where he's my starting quarterback, and I'm really excited. He's popping off. But it's hard to do, man. It's hard to look at a quarterback like that and trust it. But when you can run like that, like, I don't even know if this passing thing with Garrett Wilson, that connection is going to continue. But if you can run it like that, man, you're always going to score as a quarterback.
100%. And if he's still available in your league, go pick him up. Bunch of guys hurt, by the way. Eckler out for the season.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tore his Achilles, I think. Maybe his ACL, but I think it was either way. He tore something. He's out for the season. Reed, broken collarbone for the Packers. I don't know how long that is. I'm assuming at least. I mean, it's got to be at least 4 to 8 weeks, I would guess. I don't know if he's Achilles.
Seemed to not affect him at all.
Yeah, 4 to 6.
Now it's
collarbone is like 4 to 6. Bones can heal really fast, especially if you have like a good diet.
Yep. Bill Krosky time. And
Maybe.
Washington. Those who took a risk might pay off. All right, last one before we rank our top 5 and get into the Commanders-Packers game last night. Danny Dimes, will he continue? I was super high on the Colts in our show when we previewed the AFC South a couple weeks ago. Then I went through their schedule, which everyone says looks easy, but to me it was just hard to find a lot of wins. And I did pick them to beat the Dolphins, so that was one of the wins I gave them. Danny Dimes comes out, does something no QB in history has ever done. And do you guys think that he can keep it up and that the Colts can be competitive throughout this year? Big game against Denver this weekend.
Yeah, no, I'm all over Denver this weekend.
Actually, you know what? If I can see it, John, I love that. If I see it against Denver, that defense, I'm in.
Sure.
I'm in.
For sure. I think this is a game that I can honestly look at and just be like, okay, the Colts have never proven themselves in the last couple of years, and the Broncos have. Like, they had a great season last season. They were able to still pull that win out and close it out against the Tennessee Titans. And it's like, I look at Danny Dimes. He performed against the Dolphins. Not to mention they put up that many points because he, Tua threw like 3 interceptions and fumbled the ball 5 times. So, and they still only put up 33 points. So, yeah, I mean, if the Steelers can put up 34 against the Jets defense and the Colts only put up 33 against the Dolphins with all those turnovers, give me the Broncos by a million.
By a million.
I mean, I think that the game will be. I think the game will be much different. I think that we're going to see the Broncos. Obviously, they got a little wobbly. They were able to escape with the win week 1. This is the. I'm building this up in my head, right? I can see the Colts heavily regressing. They dominated one of the worst teams in football, and yeah, and they won and they put up 33 points, right? So,
yep.
Let's see.
For me, it's this week. This week's like a huge test. If the Colts can keep it close or somehow win, I mean, with that division, Texans putting up 9 points. The Jags, I think it's a big game for them this week too against Cincinnati, just to kind of a barometer of where they match Burrow, who obviously didn't do much in the second half against the good Browns defense. But if they can keep it close, I'm a believer in Danny Dimes leading this Colts team to compete for the division for the rest of the season.
Dude, isn't it kind of wild that the Browns, the ball bouncing off the Browns receiver's hands twice and leading to 2 interceptions in a row? So like 2 bounced interceptions in a row is the only reason the Bengals didn't beat the Browns.
Well, and what, a 30-yard field goal?
Yeah, correct.
And an extra point?
Yeah, man, the Browns. Yeah, Chris, I got question marks all over the Bengals. I don't even like them this week against the Jaguars.
Well,
right?
that's okay. So what can they do against a little bit worse of a defense? Like if they don't show up, I'm panicking on the Bengals.
No, for sure, I completely agree. Like the Jaguars put up, what did they put up? Like 26 against the Panthers, and that was also a weird game because there was weather delay, right? So they might have gotten out of the flow. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think like you look at the Bengals defense, it's not very great. Well, the Jaguars can win that game, right? Like that's a question mark. That's like
absolutely can.
Yeah, so I'm not really going to be taking the Bengals anywhere. If anything, I'll probably take the Jaguars points, but we'll see.
By the way, Kanye in our chat says if the Colts win, start their defense till their bye week. Very weak schedule.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm 3-0 by the way, in all my leagues. So 1-0 in all of my leagues.
Nice.
And I had the Commanders defense last week, and I just forgot to make the swap to a different defense this week. So they got me 2 points.
I'm gonna ride the Seahawks defense till they disappoint me.
Ty, thank you for bringing up fantasy football. I actually didn't have it on the outline. I too am 3-0. Chris, what's your record in your leagues that I'm in with you? All 3 of them.
1 and 2.
Yikes!
A lot of season left.
Yeah, best team in the league in one, and then I just got super unlucky in the other. Josh Allen went off for 50 points. Otherwise, I easily beat you. So
yeah, I had
John. I'm not worried, bro. And Nico Collins had 5.
Baby.
Nico Collins had 5 points.
Ship.
Like that's not gonna happen again.
He's taking me to the ship.
Dude, I had a league in my Halo league. I won by 0.04 points. I beat Clutch, who had Derrick Henry, but I had Josh Allen. I beat him by 0.04, and he was talking shit to me in the draft in DMs, saying I would be better off auto drafting.
I beat Chris week 1. I play Ty week 2. Let's go, baby. Next
yeah,
week's
I'm feeling good. I like all my teams.
Okay, let's do it. We do this every single week throughout the year. This is a flowing top 5. It's not our prediction of who we think ends up finishing where. It's just right now, how are we power ranking our top 5 teams? We are a little bit different though than our good friend Kurt Benkert. Right, Kurt will look at 1 week and power rank his quarterbacks, and he doesn't care. He'll put Danny Dimes in his top 5 because of that one performance against the Dolphins.
Right,
we're not. This is like legitimate. Who we think is our overall team right now, top 5 after week 1. Who wants to go first?
Dude, I got a sneaky one at 5, so I kind of want to start.
Rip it.
Oh my gosh, Chris is going to agree with me. Imagine.
I got Chargers at 5.
Yeah, dude, same.
Like, and again, you guys might be like, oh, Chiefs get Rasheed Rice back. They're going to be fine. For sure, right? I am a little bit overreacting on this one. But give me the Chargers at 5. They looked really good on both sides of the ball. Herbert looked freaking awesome, right? And if he's going to have that connection with 3 like if you're going to tell me he has that connection with Quentin Johnston, Keenan Allen, and Lab McConkey and Omarion Hampton didn't even have a great game yet. I'm kind of excited for where the Chargers can go.
What did I say about Keenan Allen?
So I got Chargers at 5. I got Packers at 4. But by the way, like that's a 4 with an asterisk because they're moving up fast. I have the Eagles at 3 out of respect, but I'm kind of scared. Like the Eagles kind of scared me week 1.
They had Jalen Carter out, and that was the only reason that Cowboys were able to run the ball. They
but their offense did not look. It was the Hurts show, and if
it always is the Hurts show, though,
but
right?
If you
it's
can't run like that. Like how sustainable is their offense if they don't pass it to AJ Brown or Devonta Smith? Okay, that's all I'm asking. So Eagles at 3. Sure. I have the Ravens at 2, and I have the Bills at 1, and I don't care that the Ravens lost. I still think the Ravens are the best team in the league. I put the Bills above them because they beat them.
Okay. All right. We're very similar, but some differences. Ty, you're up.
Yeah, I was literally the exact same. I have the Bills at 1. I have the Ravens at 2. I have the Packers at 3. Eagles at 4. Chargers 5.
Oh, look at Ty putting the Chargers at 5. He's a believer.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to, right? They had a great season last season, and they start off, 27-21 win in Brazil against the Chiefs. Like, even though Xavier got, slapped by his own teammate in the first quarter, like, by the way, I had Xavier in all 3 of my leagues, and he got me 0 points, and I still won every single league.
That's actually an insane stat.
It's really unfortunate, like you said, Ty. Like it was Kelsey's fault. He was supposed to go higher on the route, and Worthy he gets all those targets, or at least a little bit more than half that Hollywood Brown got.
Absolutely.
Who had, what I think 16 or something receptions or targets, one of the two.
Yeah, he had an insane stat line.
Yeah. That's crazy. But did you guys hear Harbaugh post game talking about Herbert? So Herbert took an absolute shot. I mean, he got clobbered, and then he gets up and throws a first down on the very next play. And Harbaugh's talking about in the game. He's like, "Do you guys see that hit he took? That's my quarterback, man. Did you see that? Oh my gosh, that hit would have killed an average man." Like, I just love him, bro. He's so nuts. It's so good. All right, my 5. Here we go. I've got the Chargers at 5. I've got the Ravens at 4. I've got the Packers at 3. I've got the Eagles at 2. And the only reason I don't have the Packers ahead of the Eagles is because I'm giving respect to the Super Bowl champs. But after 2 games watching the Packers and after 1 watching the Eagles, I do think the Packers are the best team in the NFC. But right now, I'm giving the Eagles a respect at 2, and then Bills at 1.
All right, can I say something for the chat right now? Everyone at home watching, and the 3 Blev Bros, can we have a moment of silence for the first time in 2 years where we have not put the Lions in the top 5?
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And it didn't even cross my mind. Like,
yeah, I mean, of course. No, I completely agree. After our offensive line had one of the worst showings in the last 3 years, and then Jared Goff throwing an interception.
Oh, John goes, it didn't even cross my mind. That hurts me so bad.
I literally didn't even. Yep. I was like, nope, not even doing it.
It did not even cross my mind either. That hurts even
though.
More, though, that it didn't even cross my mind.
Let me say this. There's a lot of season left, and tell me you agree here. And I think even chat would agree. Let's say we go beat the Bears. I don't even care how it looks. Let's say we beat the Bears. We're 1-1. Then on Monday Night Football, we go into Baltimore. We somehow win that game. We're 2-1.
There's no way we beat Baltimore. There's no way.
There is a way because Baltimore lost to the Browns last year. So there is a way because it's the NFL and it happens.
And the Raiders.
It happens. I don't think they're going to. I'm picking the Ravens unless, some fluke, crazy, awful injuries happen, which I hope do not. But if they're 2-1 and they win at Baltimore on Monday Night Football, now they're right back in my 5. Like, no question. But right now, bad performance against a really good team. Go show who you are against the Bears, dude.
I'm going to tell you, when we play the Ravens, I'm going to take the Ravens spread. I might take a loan out.
Oh my God.
Ty, you should tease it down. I'm sure the spread's only going to be like 7 at the most. It might be like 6. So tease it down to 10. Take Ravens minus 10.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm going to tease it up. I'm going to make it like plus 175. I'll put like 1250 on it or something like that and just profit. Yeah, we're not going to listen.
If it happens.
What did we lose last time we played? We lost by like 40. It was like 41 to 7.
That was years ago. That was Gibbs' first touchdown of his whole career. It's a whole different team, and our defense did such a great job against the Packers rush, like such a good job, that I'm confident that game is not going to be as big of a blowout as you might think.
No, I think Lamar Jackson.
How does the offense work?
Give me Lamar Jackson, 2 rushing touchdowns, and I'm gonna tease it over to like 80 rushing yards. That's what I'm gonna do because our team. Look how we did against Jane Daniels last year, and I know that our defense we had like players that have never played before that were
Right.
playing on
Which
defense.
matters.
Dude. We do not know the concept of spying a quarterback. The Lions never have. I'm not joking. Running quarterbacks eviscerate us. And for some reason, we never are prepared on defense to go up against a mobile quarterback. So I'm going to take the Ravens by 1,000 week 3. And I love you, Lions. If you're listening, I want you guys to win. I think you
Hey,
guys can win.
Can we be Bill Belichick? Can we not talk about week 3? We got week 2.
Yeah, we got week
2.
2.
We got a big Bears game here coming up, week 2.
Okay.
And by the way, speaking of week 2, let's get into it, dude.
Yes.
Let's get into it. We
All right,
have
here we go.
a ton of games. There's no bye weeks yet. Actually, let me pull up the.
I'm so excited. I got some nuggets for you guys.
I'm going to bet so much money right now.
The spread sheet. I really like this on ESPN here that I can look at.
I just pulled my betting app.
All right. Forget my notes, guys. So don't look at my notes. I'm gonna go in order of actually, you know what? Heck it. Before we do this, we gotta start by talking week 2. We gotta start by talking week 2 game that already happened. Again, we would have talked about on the show. I think we all picked Green Bay to win that.
Yeah.
I was on Washington plus 3.5. Obviously that didn't hit, but I thought Green Bay was gonna win. They did. So just thoughts in general about that game last night. And then we'll start looking at the rest of the picks.
What an absolute slaughter. So, John, you missed it. You got up and walked away. I think when I was talking about this, but the Packers defense looked so good. Like their linebackers, their cornerbacks. I mean, every single time that Jaden Daniels threw a ball that was further than 10 yards, like I'm like, okay, here we go. Big play coming in, right? Big play. Scary Terry's going to one-hand it, something crazy. And the Packers defender, cornerback, whoever, safety was glued to whoever was getting thrown the ball, and the ball was being knocked away. Like,
yep.
There was zero separation. And if there was separation, somehow a Packer would come out and knock the ball out. It was insane. They looked like they're all on crack. So,
and by the way, Ted, that is the Green Bay's weakest spot on defense is corner.
I understand.
And they have not looked weak at all.
No, they haven't looked even like just no weakness whatsoever. And what I was impressed by the most is Jane Daniels got rocked against that defense, dude. He got rocked every time he thought about running the ball. Dude, you literally it was diabolical. You would see their middle linebacker just like he just knew. And like he would just start moving forward and just jumped at him and tackled him every single time. They were spying him like it was it was an old freaking James Bond movie, man. He was being spied every play, and they shut him down, and it was beautiful to watch, knowing that it can happen. Jane Daniels doesn't have to run for 80 yards like he did against us.
Yeah.
Yep.
We talked about this, Ty. Like, so like they have two really good linebackers, like athletic linebackers in Cooper and Quay Walker, and like they just have speed. They have speed at the second level where like they can counter your speed. Like those linebackers can cover Gibbs. Those linebackers can stop Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts from hurting you too much with their legs. So you have to beat them in other ways, and they couldn't, just like us, they couldn't get the run game going. But then I want to talk about them offensively. So I read a lot. You guys know I read like a ton of data. And so sometimes you read this data and you just wonder if coaches read this stuff, right? So I follow this guy, Taj. He's awesome. He's one of the data guys I follow on Twitter, and he posts this newsletter every week, and he sends it out. It's the matchups for every team. And the biggest one for Thursday night, like the biggest green versus red, was the Packers 12 personnel versus the Commanders defense against 12 personnel. So in my head, what I was telling people was just like, look for the tight ends this game. Like Musgrave, like the Packers have an advantage in 12 personnel. Look for Kraft and Musgrave to have big games today. And then in my head, I was thinking like, I wonder if LaFleur is going to call a lot of 12 personnel to take advantage of this matchup, like green matchup that he has. And he does. He just exploits their, like Bobby Wagner is one of the freaking Commanders linebackers got freaking torched in coverage all game by Musgrave or Kraft. Pick a tight end. Torched. And Love looked great on those deep balls. Dude, explosives on that offense. Dude, they had like 4 explosive runs over 10 yards. They were crushing explosive passes. They didn't even need, like Tyler said, Reed to have a good explosive pass game.
It was like they didn't skip a beat. He got injured. Could have fooled me. And against us, week 1, they had like, I think before the end of the first half, I think they had 8 different receivers had catches.
Yeah,
before the end of the first half.
And
like
Jordan Love ran the ball.
Yep.
This
And
year,
Jordan
yeah.
Love only threw it 5
Dude,
times against us in the second half.
So give me all the Packers right now. Just from like a talent standpoint, they're playing really good football. They're coached well. It's exciting, man. If you're a Packers fan, it's exciting. And I'm just gonna say it, and we can stop just because it pisses me off. Micah Parsons is like, maybe it's
A
just because
problem.
he was on the Cowboys, and so you just never really knew. Like, I knew he was a dude. Like, the dude, he like beat the most double teams in the NFL last year. Holy man. Like, every time he gets on the field, you can tell. Every time he gets on the field, he's like, I'm gonna touch the quarterback.
Oh yeah. I mean, the amount of times like he's just constantly like this because his head's being pulled back and he's like he's already beaten the guy and he's trying to get to the quarterback and he's being helped. Like,
Yeah. I'll
it's
say this
great.
about the Packers, bro. So they, look at the first game against the Lions. Lions had multiple possessions in the red zone, didn't convert. Obviously, huge kudos to Packers defense for that. Lions lost the field position battle. One of the plays, that false start, that was really offsides. We should have finally pinned them deep, and we couldn't. And they scored 2 plays later, I think. But the Lions had a chance. If that pick six isn't overturned, all of a sudden they got dominated all game, but like still had a chance. Last night, if the Commanders would have scored with 5 minutes left when they were driving, now all of a sudden it's a 1-score game again. Like, they had a chance. I'll say this then about the Packers: they're not even close to as good as I think they can be. I think the score of their first 2 weeks doesn't even show. Like, the games were not as close as the score. You know what I mean? Like, both teams had a chance in the fourth quarter to come back and do something. They didn't. And again, that's all on the Packers doing well. But those scores are closer than the games actually were.
Yeah.
So that's what makes
Packers
me nervous
dominated.
about the Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 straight games are 2-0. All right. Next week, week 2, rest of the games here. We're going to start with the San Francisco 49ers. You have Kittle on IR. You've got
Purdy's out.
Purdy
out. He's got turf toe.
out. Yep. They are still with Mac Jones at starting QB, -3.5 at New Orleans. The line opened at Niners -7.5 before the injury news came out. And so now it's gone all the way down to 3.5. And the over-under right now is 40.5. And the FPI favorite, the Niners by 0.9 with a 52% probability to win the game outright. What are you guys' thoughts on this game?
I mean, I'm not touching it, but I think that if the Saints win a game, it's gonna be this one.
It kind of feels that way.
I mean, they almost beat the Cardinals, and they didn't look terrible. Rattler didn't look terrible. And at the end of the day, you also have Alvin Kamara. Like, you have one of the best running backs in the league. Like,
do you know what Rattler's EPA was?
What was his EPA?
Like, so before the season, let's all just say it. Before the season, if you had to rank all 3 quarterbacks and what their EPA would be, where would you have put Rattler?
It's expected yards, right?
Expected points added. I would put him at 32.
Yeah, 32, 31, 32, yeah.
Yeah, he was 19th.
Yep.
Like, if he's going to be, first off, why did they draft a quarterback in the second if they were just going to go with Rattler and he's just going to be fine? Like, he's not going to be great. He's not going to be embarrassing every week. So if you knew you had him, what are we doing, Saints? But anyway, that's for another time. But like, dude, like, that was really surprising to me, and I think I'm not with Ty that far. Like, I'm all in kind of on San Fran even in this game. I think they're going to do fine. But like, the Saints are going to be okay, and they were a few bad plays away from making some magic happen against Arizona. So,
I completely agree.
Yeah.
One thing I'll mention is Rattler looked calm. He looked like a leader. I was watching him go down the field to potentially win the game, like that last drive, and like, I don't know, he was kind of commanding his troops, dude. He looked calm. He looked ready. He looked like a leader. So, like, the Saints, for me, like, I'm not going to count them out of any game, especially if they're going up against just like a hurt team or a team that already has a bunch of question marks around it. So, and to me, that would be the Niners. The Niners didn't, by no means did they dominate last week. I mean, they barely won, right? 17-13, close game.
Yeah, due to a Sam Darnold red zone fumble.
Like, classic Darnold.
But what I tell you guys about the Seahawks?
Yeah, the Seahawks are, 13
and that was
points
one
at
of the
home.
games I got wrong. By the way, I picked the Seahawks to win that game. That was one of my 3 games I got wrong.
Jackson Smith had 9 receptions, 124 yards.
Yeah. No, I'm buying the Seahawks. I'm buying that defense. After that performance, you know, Tariq Woolen, like how often does he make those mistakes? Like that huge Ricky Pearsall catch. And again, like the 49ers got it done when they needed to. But dude, Seahawks, man, I think they're gonna be okay this year.
I'll agree.
I'm trying to find. There it is. Okay. In 2021, Mac Jones as a rookie took the New England Patriots to the playoffs. Right?
Okay, that was with
That?
Belichick, right?
Do you remember that? I
Yeah,
believe that was with Belichick.
That was with Belichick.
Yeah. I'm trying to see where the official oh, here we go. I think I found it. He was throwing the ball to Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, and Jacoby Myers. Who Jacoby Myers, the best receiver, I think we'd agree, of those three, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And he took them to the playoffs with that Patriots team and those weapons. And now he's going to the Niners with a more offensive-minded coach for in this days of age of NFL, and with Pearsall and McCaffrey and just I would say better skill players. I was thinking I might dodge this game. I think I might smash the Niners -3.5.
Dude, he can. Mac Jones is a quarterback who can weather this storm. I'll say that. Last year, a lot of people are like, Brian Thomas Jr. is so amazing. He's gonna have this great year. Do you know where he got like a ton of his points? When Lawrence was injured and Mac Jones was throwing him the football.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I think TMC and Kamara are both going to have games.
Yeah, I don't think that Mac Jones is, you know, by any means better than Brock Purdy, but I think he'll be a good Band-Aid for them.
All right, so we're going to make our picks later. We're each going to share our favorite spread, and we're each going to share our favorite prop bet at the end of the show.
Yep.
So if you want to tail what we're going to say now, you can, but this is not our official picks for like what we're actually going to be betting on. We're just going to share what we actually think might happen if you had to bet on it. So are you guys going Niners -3.5 or Saints +3.5?
If I had to bet on it, I would probably do Niners -3.5.
Same. All right.
But if I had to do it, I'd just take Niners at -170. -170, it's not bad. You throw that in you throw that against the Steelers with -165, or like the Eagles are -120. I love Minnesota. I actually just give me Minnesota at home against the Falcons, and then the Niners. That right there is already pretty decent odds.
It's juicy. All right, let's move on to the Jaguars at Cincinnati. The line opened at it's not going to tell me every single time. Huh? It's just going to tell me the initial.
This is probably my favorite. This is my favorite noon game.
Yeah,
Give me the
Bengals are -3.5. Over under is 48.5.
If I had to bet on this, I'll take the over. And like
I think I lean that way too, but Joe Burrow in September makes me nervous after the second half he just had.
Ooh. Yeah, but the Browns defense is really good, dude. 2 years ago, they were the best defense in the NFL. Last year, they were average at 51%. Like, the Browns have such a good defense. And the Bengals the Browns just play the Bengals hard all the time. So Jacksonville Bengals, dude, I think Burrow's out, bro.
Chris?
AMA.
Yeah, so this is a fantastic matchup for the Bengals. Where like their lines, like the defensive line for the Jags is kind of one of their strengths, and the offensive line is obviously getting better for the Bengals. And then the skill players on the Bengals, I think, are just going to torch the Jaguars defense. So then it comes down to how much do you think Jacksonville's offense is going to torch the Bengals defense? And I also think that is going to happen. So I think Brendan Strange, the tight end guys, if you're looking for like a home run tight end who might be on waivers, Strange for the Jaguars, I think he's a great play this week. I think Hunter is going to have a good game. I think BTJ is going to have a good game. I think this is going to be a fantasy game that I want to be a part of, and give me the Bengals to win it on the last drive. So I like the Bengals by 3 or by 7.
I love that.
That's risky, dude, because if it's by 3, the Jags cover.
No, I'm not touching this game.
I think I am going to. I think I am going to touch this game, and I think I'm going to go Jaguars +3.5.
John's like,
Touch.
Yeah,
Touch.
I'm going to touch this game. I think I'm going to go Jags plus 3.5, dude. I think that their offense can score against this bad defense, and I think their defense can make some stops. And it's just all it comes down to me. Like, they're going to be able to score. They're not going to make the same mistakes the Browns just did. Like, Joe Flacco didn't even look bad.
Right.
And I think he's going to look really bad in the next few weeks.
Right, so do you think Joe Flacco not looking bad is a Bengals defense stat?
Yes.
Yes. Me too.
Yeah, 100%.
Me
That's
too.
why give me the Jags. Give me the Jags plus 3.5, dude. I'm not going to money line it just because Burrow's him. But if you're going to give me 3.5 against one of the worst defenses in the league, I'm in. I'm excited to watch this one.
Yeah, me too. This is my favorite noon game for sure.
I said I'm excited to watch it. I'm not watching it because
Not
I'll
Chicago, not Chicago, Detroit.
Huh?
Chicago, Detroit's not your Chicago, Detroit's not your favorite noon game.
Your Joe
From a
Burrow,
football
love
standpoint,
is-
like of course I'm a fan, but like of a game, like if you're taking all my fan bias out, that's the game I'm the most excited about.
Really? So even take your fan bias out. Has not Ben Johnson revenge game against his old coach?
Dude, I don't follow narratives like that, John. I don't like that.
I'm above
Why?
that.
It's great. It's great drama.
I'm above those narratives, Chris.
Oh my God, Tyler.
It's a great story.
What a shit your Cheerios later, bro. You won't even know.
It's a great story. And listen, I hate the clickbait stuff. I hate it, especially after week 1. I hate it.
I forgot
People
that you
are doing it.
poop
I've
in the
seen-
shape of Cheerios, bro.
That's crazy. I've saw so many idiots who are paid full-time salaries by professional organizations to talk sports crapping on JJ McCarthy in the first half with their tweets.
Right.
Crapping. Oh, it's hard to play when you don't know their plays, isn't it? And then they look like absolute morons when they come back and win the game. And it's just not are we only overreacting after week 1. We're overreacting after one quarter. I hate it. So I'm with you, Chris. But the narratives after week 2 are going to be awful with the Lions. And
of course,
and the
I'm
Bears,
more
no matter what
excited to
happens.
watch my team, John.
Okay.
All right.
But if the Lions win, it's going to be Ben Johnson is nothing without Dan Campbell. And if the Bears win, it's going to be the worst headlines of all in our fandom since like 0-16.
Yeah, they might put your picture back on the Detroit Free Press someday.
Yeah. We have a sponsor to announce for the sports show for next week on Wednesday, and the show will be canceled if we lose to the Bears. Okay. So I'm on Jags plus 3.5. Chris, if you had to pick.
Give me Bengals minus 3.5. But if I had
Ty?
to pick.
I'm gonna go Bengals minus 3.5. I don't think Jacksonville they beat the Panthers. They beat arguably one of the worst teams in football. So that's not saying much.
You could also say the Bengals barely beat one of the worst teams in football.
No,
which
but
is
the Bengals
also not saying much.
No, that's not true though. But the Browns defense is one of the best. The Browns defense is one of the best defenses in the league, and it's completely underrated. And last year, the Browns offense was one of the worst offenses of all time. We talked about this, and that's why their defense was so poor, just because they were always on the field. So yeah, again, Panthers defense is 100% worse than the Browns defense by a million. So
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go. We got Bills minus 6.5 at the Jets.
after the
Over under is 47.5.
listen, dude, I can see this game being. This is a game like give me the over. I don't like give me the over. I think that I'll take the over. I think Buffalo can put up a lot here, and I think the Jets can put up a lot here, right? Especially since the Jets are running the ball really well, and Buffalo has trouble with that. So I think Breece Hall can have a great game here. Justin Fields, like give me a Justin. Give me. I think like I like this. Give me a Justin Fields anytime, Josh Allen anytime, right? And then I think it's and then pair that with the over. So anytime, and the over 47. I like the Bills to win, but -6 after the Jets like that close game against the Steelers. And Justin Fields, and they're at home. I don't know, man.
With a better going against a worse defense in the Bills defense, yeah, give me the Jets plus 6.5. And just from a matchup standpoint, I think I always want people to be careful because some fantasy players, they only pay attention to points and they don't really pay attention to how those points were obtained. And so, like, I'll just say this: Brenton Strange, Jaguars, got like 9 fantasy points. Dalton Kincaid got like 15. Dalton Kincaid finished top 4 in half PPR scoring. Okay. Brendan Strange ran a route on almost every single snap that he was in, and Kincaid only played 54% of the snaps. He got a touchdown, which is, again, not sticky. And then you're going up against a Jets defense. It's a red-rated matchup for Kincaid, and they already only have him on the field 54% of the time. So, like, I would rather start Strange over Kincaid, right? because Strange is going to be on the field more. He's going to have more of a chance in the red zone. So just be careful if you're someone who just looks at fantasy points with Dalton Kincaid in this matchup.
Guys, it is a very, very different defense, right? The last time that the Bills played an Aaron Glenn-led team, that was last year against the Lions, and the Bills scored on almost every single drive. There was zero answer to Josh Allen. Lions defense was decimated. So that's more than 50% of that for sure. Lions have struggled against running quarterbacks. Aaron Glenn was the defensive coordinator when we struggled against running quarterbacks for the last 3 years. I'm all over Josh Allen. I know the Jets have a better defense than that Lions team that lost to the Bills late last year with their injuries, but I'm all over Josh Allen in this game and the Bills. I think the line probably would have been -10 if the Jets didn't do what they just did against the Steelers. So give me the Bills at -6.5, and I think they win by 10 or more.
And then, oh shoot, Tyler just picked up Strange. He was on the waiver wire.
He was. I had to grab him, dude.
Tyler doing fantasy while Chris is giving a take is crazy.
It was either him or Loveland, dude. Like, and Loveland, he's projected to get 6. Yeah, give me. Thank you,
How the
Chris.
heck was Strange on the waiver wire?
Good call, Chris.
I didn't look because I have Warren, and I'm like, I'm not benching Warren. He got 9
Mitch
targets.
goes, I just grabbed Strange in 2 leagues. Good job, Mitch.
Dang, dude, I didn't think he was on the wire.
Do you have notifications on? What's going on, bro? That's crazy.
I do.
Oh,
I'm starting Strange in my Yahoo league. Okay, anyway, sorry, I don't want to get too much into fantasy. Yeah, John, did you guys know, dude? Tanner Engstrom might be him. Like the Lions tight end coach, who is now the Jets offensive coordinator. The Jets offense finished with the highest EPA offense in the NFL last week. So I'm a little concerned that we let him walk.
Yep. I mean, not much you could do, right? I mean, Aaron Glenn just poached him, offered him a promotion.
No, you can. There's those lower levels you can block from leaving.
Oh, interesting. Well, you can't do that to your buddy.
Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, give me the Jets +6.5. I think that's too many points.
So Chris and Ty are both on the Jets +6.5. I'm on the Bills -6.5.
And just so you guys know, John was on the Washington +3.5 last night as well. Look how that turned out. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Dude, I love how Ty just casually puts you on blast.
I have a question for you guys real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Just a little break from our week 2 picks here.
Answering up.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Well, I'm up a ton of units, but that's not what I'm even bringing up here. I just want to ask you guys a quick question. Okay, just give me a simple yes or no. All right.
Okay.
Did Zach Ertz score a touchdown last night?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Okay, great. So that's one for 8 on my free bet here.
Oh
Do you
my
think Justin
God.
Fields? Well, no, hear me out. Do you think Justin Fields can score a touchdown this weekend?
Yeah.
Do you think CeeDee Lamb can score a touchdown this weekend?
No. Butterfingers?
Don't they play? Don't they
the
play?
Giants? The game we're talking about next, Giants.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Adam, yeah. Okay. Mark Andrews.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he can. I don't think he will.
Puka Nacua.
Yep.
Nope.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Nope.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Nope.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's $12.50 bonus bet wins $8,900, boys. We're one of 8. We're 1 of 8 so far. All right. New York Giants.
Zach Ertz was a choice.
Oh, dude, I was so confident.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
he actually got some yak on that play too for an old man. You got lucky.
He did. It was pretty great. So the Giants and the Cowboys. Cowboys home opener. They are -5.5. By the way, the line opened at the Cowboys -3.5. So it has been. And real quick, let me give some kudos to Ty, who last game Bills Jets said he's all over the over. That is how Vegas is leaning as well. The line opened there at 45.5. Now it's 47.5. So Ty liking the over there. Pretty wise stuff. So again, opened up here at Cowboys -3.5. Now it's Cowboys -5.5. The Giants, I mean, what was it? 3 turnovers in the red zone last week in a game that they really could have won if they didn't have that happen. And the Cowboys looked a lot better than I thought they would. I thought they'd cover against the Eagles just because first game. I think Dak and the offense are going to be just fine, and they have a running back. Who knew? All right, Javonte Williams goes off.
Listen, we can say they have a. Yeah, we could say they have a running back. We gotta see it, right?
Yeah, let's see it some more. Sure.
Dallas is notoriously known for at the very beginning of the year trying to get the run game going and then immediately going down and having to lean into Dak Prescott throwing 400 yards, right? Like that is a tale as old as time. And I think that it was honestly the perfect store for this narrative of Jalen Carter spits on Dak Prescott gets kicked out of the game. He's like, you have to double team this guy the entire time. So now they don't have to run against Jalen Carter. And like all of a sudden, Javonte has a great game and gets 2 touchdowns, and the Dallas looks like a running team. Like I mean, I'm not saying that like 2 touchdowns in the NFL, no matter what, like that's a lot. That's hard to do. But I need to see it more before I'm like, oh, Dallas is actually good on both sides of the ball.
Well, now they play a bad Giants team at home.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I like Dallas here.
I'm all over the Cowboys -5.5 here.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, no, I would nuke like.
When
like
I say all over, I just mean that I'm confident. I don't mean I'm putting a lot on it.
Right. Yeah.
Like. Okay. I don't like to overreact because it's 1 week, right? Like Washington just did what Washington did to the Giants and then got smacked by the Packers. So like we're starting to learn as these teams play each other, like where the levels are, but I still don't know where this Giants team is, right? Like Malik Neighbors can torch anyone that the Cowboys got. Like, period. He had a 37% target share for the Giants last week. He had 12 targets, I think 7 for 12. Not a good fantasy game for like who you think Malik is, but like you like that kind of volume, right? If a quarterback's looking his way a lot, you know that eventually the points are going to come. Same with CeeDee Lamb. Like, dude was peppered last week. It almost felt like Pickens helps CeeDee Lamb. Some people were worried about CeeDee Lamb because Pickens was there, and it really feels like it opens up the field for CeeDee more. I mean, I'm with you guys. If they can get the run game going and neutralize those pass rushers that the Giants have, right? But this is one of those games. Like, it's all about game script, right? Like, if the Giants can get a couple like stops and then like they're in a dogfight, here we go. So I like the Cowboys. 5.5 is a lot of points.
It's a lot of points, but if it was Jameis Winston or Jackson Dart, I'm probably taking the Giants and the points. But Russell Wilson just looked awful.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
right? I mean, awful.
Yeah, Russell Wilson is right up there with Mitch Trubisky and Daniel Jones last year. How are these guys in the league? Like,
hey, Russell
got to be
Super Bowl.
Yeah, congrats, dude.
Yeah, I think Ty means now. Like he was very, very good in Wisconsin. Very good for the Seahawks.
Oh, yes, 100%. Guy, we're talking prime Russell. Yes, but now Russell, like last year Russell, and Mitch Trubisky and
no, I got you.
Kenny Pickett. How are these guys in the league? Like every time they're on the field, it's chaos. Nothing good happens, and yet sometimes they have starting spots. Sometimes these guys are backups. It's insane.
Giants offensive line did not play well.
Sure.
Here's the thing though, if you're gonna have 3 turnovers in the red zone, then why wouldn't you just put Jameis in? You're gonna still get the 3 turnovers. But at least you might get 2 bombs, you know? Like, at least you're going to score a little bit more.
I can see it.
I don't get it. I think the Cowboys win this game pretty handily, and if they do, I think they're already going to start having the conversation in New York about Jackson Dart time. And I think they'll put Dart out there. The only reason I think they might not is because of the O-line.
Their schedule is so brutal.
Right. They want to keep him healthy, so then maybe they put Jameis in. But I just don't think Russell's it for the Giants this year, and I legit think they could have won last week if any of those other 2 Qs were in.
That's fair. That's fair.
So give me the Cowboys -5.5. Give me a CeeDee Lamb anytime, baby. And I think Pickens lights it up a little bit if he can stay not ejected.
Give me Dallas -5.5. I actually think that I might, if I'm going to do I like to do like a little tease parlay where I get better odds. Because I do think teams just have the capability of winning by way more points. Like,
is
I'll
Bland
probably take
out for the Cowboys?
Is that
their corner? Is he gonna play? Hey, any Cowboys fans, you guys know if Bland is gonna play in this game?
Yes, Dallas Cowboys have ruled cornerback Daron Bland out for their Week 2 game against the Giants due to a right foot injury he sustained in practice. So he's out. I'm still going to take Dallas.
Give me the Giants +5.5.
I'll take Dallas -5.5.
I think Dallas wins
and
the game,
for what it's worth, the spread this morning because my bet this week personally is Bills -6.5, Cowboys -4.5, and Eagles money line. It was Cowboys -4.5, and now it's 5.5. It's moved since this morning.
Yeah, give me +5.5 of the Giants there.
All right, Chris. That's the bet I wanted to make last week is Giants plus money. And if they didn't have 3 turnovers in the red zone, I probably would have hit. I'm glad I didn't do it. Let's go. Oh, by the way, did you guys see the picture of Pickens in the first half when he's laying on the ground and he's starting to get up and he reaches his arm to go trip the player on the Eagles? Like, you see it? Like this devilish look in his eye, like, I'm just gonna knock this guy, and he didn't do it. And someone screenshot it and they're like, yo, he thought about it. It's so good. And then he doesn't, gets a boneheaded penalty in the second half anyway. All right, this game intrigues me. Of all the teams that are bad teams facing bad teams, no offense to the Patriots fans, offense to the Dolphins fans, I'm just sorry for you guys. This one's fun. I'm calling this the toilet bowl this week because I don't think this game's going to be entertaining, but I really do want to watch it. I'll keep my eye on it during the Lions-Bears game. Patriots-Dolphins. Dolphins are -1.5.
I'm going to make some bold
Patriots
calls
money line
game.
+110. By the way, how's this? Over-under opened at 44.5, down to 42.5.
I love that.
Yeah. They're thinking an ugly, low-scoring game.
So I picked the Raiders last week just because the Patriots, from a roster standpoint, aren't there yet. Okay. But this week, after what the Dolphins put on tape last week, give me the Patriots all day. I'm make some bold calls here. You ready for this, JB? You ready for this, Ty?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hunter Henry gets in the end zone. I love this matchup for our boy Hunter this week. And you know who still has eyes for Hunter Henry? Your boy Drake May. And I think Henderson, so Ramondre Stevenson out-snapped Travion Henderson 45-21 snaps last week. I think, bold call, I think Henderson out-snapped Stevenson starting this week against the Dolphins, and it's the rookie's backfield to lose.
Wow.
I'm
That's
in.
bold, Chris.
Yeah, and give me the
disagree.
Patriots to win the game.
I disagree. I'm going to stick with my prediction that by week 5, McDaniels will be fired, and that Tyreek Hill, if he's not in jail, will be traded to like the Chiefs or something. I think the Dolphins win. I think there's just been way too much hype about the Patriots. I haven't seen it.
Who hyped the Patriots?
Oh, I mean, they're over-under wins this year by Vegas.
Dude,
Like,
I had the Raiders winning last week. I think they beat the Dolphins, brother.
I hammered the under Patriots wins this year. I just think they're 1 year away. 1 year away. And so I think the
you
Dolphins
can't beat the Dolphins. They had a team meeting on Tuesday, John.
Yeah, I know. I think they win. Home opener. They're used to the heat. I think they win. I think Hill might get more. He might finally get a 30-yard pass or longer. And I think A-Chain really is the reason that I'm picking the Dolphins here. Like, they got to get him the ball in space and find a way to get him involved.
Give me A-Chain receptions.
Yeah, because Genty went off last week.
Hey, he got a tutty.
Hmm.
Did he? Didn't he get a tutty?
I don't think that's the way you can attack this Patriots defense right now.
In space, dude. Just halfback cross all day long. Hit him. Give him the ball. Give me the Dolphins. I'm not touching the spread, but give me the Dolphins money line. Make me choose. I go Dolphins -1.5.
Nah, give me Patriots money line.
I love you, Tyler. Patriots all day, and I got a good feeling that this is a Drake May coming out party.
We love it.
I will say, from a fantasy perspective, Douglas, I think, got in the end zone last week for the Patriots.
Their slot receiver.
Mario.
Yeah,
Yep.
May really likes Douglas. Booty, Keyshawn Booty. Dude, a lot of people don't know this. First-round pick. Like 3 years ago, he was a first-round pick for the Patriots. Everyone was calling him a bust. Quietly, Keyshawn Booty has had over 90 yards on like over 4 catches in his last 4 games going back to last year with Drake May. So keep your eye on the Booty.
Yep. By the way, do you guys remember the sleeper I had a couple weeks ago in our sports show for fantasy?
Nope.
Patriots wide receiver, rookie Kyle Williams, who tore up Travis Hunter.
How did he do on the snap count?
One target.
Okay.
I don't know what his snap count was. 1 target, 1 reception, 12 yards. So they had a design play for him. Went to him. He caught it, did his thing. I think they're going to get him involved as well. So that's the thing that scares me the most, actually, about this game, is I do think that Drake May could spread the ball around.
Dude, and the biggest...
the Dolphins are going to have to score.
The biggest mistake people make, and sometimes you have to do it, right? Because it's fantasy. The season is only so long. The biggest mistake people make is giving up on rookies early. So, like, John did something in our ESPN league that I cannot wait to capitalize on eventually. I just don't have the roster space right now. He already dropped Jaden Blue. And I bet you by week 7, Jaden Blue is the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys. So, like, be careful with these narratives where, like, a guy pops off one. Dude, Isaiah Likely was the #1 tight end week 1 last year, and look how that turned out. Right? So be careful with these week 1 narratives. If you have a rookie you believe in, like Tootin on the Jaguars, like Blue on the Cowboys, if you can spare them, if you can hang on to them, I would hang on to them.
I couldn't. I need a wide receiver.
Yep. I need a better tight end.
So we're against each other there. We'll save this one for last. Let's go Rams at Titans. Rams are -5.5. The over/under was 41.5 when it started. Now it's 42.5. Right now, FPI is giving the Rams a 66.93% probability to win the game outright.
Oof, I like 75.
You think? Okay,
Yeah.
You're on Rams.
So I think if what we saw last, from a Cam Ward standpoint, right? From like what the Broncos were trying to do to Cam Ward, I think the front seven of the Rams can replicate that. Obviously, they have weaker corners. Like their CBs, their DBs are a little bit weaker in Los Angeles. But I think that they can get that kind of like in-your-face pressure on Ward. And then from an offensive standpoint, oh my God, Stafford and crew are going to have a fun week. So, yeah, give me the Rams.
I'm all over the Rams, -5.5, 100%.
Yep.
The
Yeah, I think
only
that's a
thing that
steal.
scares me is it's on the grass at Tennessee. It's the only thing that scares me. Like
Yeah.
that's a high-powered, lots of cuts. Nakua, even Kyren, like the way he runs. Like the Rams are just going to have to go out, play disciplined football. Stafford can't turn the ball over, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he can turn the ball over. I mean, if the Broncos offense can turn the ball over,
Like 4 times.
yeah, Stafford
still win. Okay.
Stafford will just be fine.
What do you think it's high?
I completely agree. I think that the Texans Texans have one of the strongest defenses in the league.
Titans.
No,
Rams.
no,
Titans.
no.
Sorry. It's about last week's game. Rams.
Yeah,
Texans.
last week's game, the Texans had one of the strongest defenses in the league, and Stafford was still able to put up 245 yards and a touchdown. Only 2 touchdowns. But yeah, no, the Titans defense isn't even close to the Texans. So yeah, I think that I agree with Chris. I think Stafford has a heyday. Puka still was able to get 130 yards and 10 receptions last week. I mean, yeah, I think he's a hungry hippo, bro. I think he's gonna be fed next week.
Yeah, I think Adams
guys
gets to
able
the
to
end zone this week.
Were you guys able to catch any of this game last week? My chat was roasting me. I was like, I didn't even see any highlights. So like, there were no highlights.
Exactly.
It was like 14-9.
Yeah, there weren't any. We were watching Red Zone all afternoon, and
It was a very defensive game. Both Stafford and Stroud played out of their minds, but it didn't really show up on the box score because the defenses played so well. Like, so Stroud was like under pressure. Stroud was like 9 of 10 for like 80 yards. That's if you're someone who like me drafted CJ Stroud in Dynasty, like that's who you wanted to see, right? Obviously, him and Nico couldn't get going, and the stats, like the fantasy points, didn't come. But in a super flex, you should not have Stroud. Stroud should not be on your team in a 12-team standard league. But he's my backup quarterback in a league, in a super flex, and yeah, there's hope there on that tape. So.
Okay, you want to talk about too many points? The Cleveland Browns are going to Baltimore, and Baltimore is, by the way, for their home opener, and they're -11.5
Against
the
Cleveland.
Ravens. Against Cleveland. That's a lot of points, bro. In the NFL.
Yeah, but like, don't you just see the Ravens just smacking them?
I don't know, man.
the Ravens lost.
Defense is kind of nasty.
Didn't you just say what you thought Flacco was about to turn into? Like, and now
he's a pumpkin.
So here comes the show, brother. Here it comes. We're about to find out exactly what this offense is. Give me the Ravens by 14. Minimum.
Jeez, bro.
Minimum.
Really?
Dude, here's my thing.
I like that. All right, CB.
Here's my thing.
Slammed.
Okay. The reason they lost the way, like, you can put the game on 2 plays because they could do whatever they wanted last week. So even if you're saying, first off, they have a really good chance to neutralize this front, right? Whereas the Bengals don't have the body movers up front for the rushing game yet. Like, Chase Brown can't get going as much as Derrick Henry can get going early. And then you add on the most explosive quarterback in the NFL. Dude, just give me. And then Flacco, what's Flacco going to look like against this defense? Not like Josh Allen. I can tell you that.
Mm.
So yeah, give me Ravens minus 11.5.
All right, I will not be touching this game from a betting perspective at all. But if I had to bet on this game, I'm never taking a team minus more than 10. So I would go Browns plus 11.5.
I remember when
You know
They
what?
beat 'em
You're
last
right.
year.
Honestly, dude, where's the
Division
game being
game.
played?
In Baltimore.
Lamar might be on his couch by halftime. So yeah, they might be playing the third string by halftime. So
Oh, there you go. Flacco gets some extra touch, some garbage time tutties here.
yeah.
Yeah, 11.5 is just a ton. It's by far the biggest spread, I believe, this whole week. I'm looking right now. It is by far. Only double-digit spread all week. Yeah, give me the Browns plus 10.5, but I'm not touching it. Ty, what are you doing?
I love the Ravens here. If there's anyone that's somehow going to lose this game, it is the Ravens, but also go Ravens. I actually remember the last time they were minus 850. I put them, I think they're like minus 650 actually. I put them in the don't overthink it 8-leg parlay, which was, it looked like 3 of the 8est games on the planet, and they sold it. And I think I bet 1,000 to win $6,500. It was, we were in,
Have you learned your lesson, brother?
I have not. I just did the exact same thing. Let's go. Let's go, dude. W's in the chat, baby.
I am fairly confident in this, guys. So if I'm wrong, I do apologize.
So Ty, you're Ravens minus 11.5?
Yeah, give me Ravens minus 11.5. I completely agree. I think Joe Flacco has the worst day of his life. Give me Derrick Henry anytime. Give me Lamar Jackson anytime. Yeah, I mean, come on now.
Yeah, Browns plus 10.5. That's our second one that it's me versus YouTube. All right, we got Seahawks at Pittsburgh.
You already know what I'm taking. You already know my bet.
3.5.
Yeah. You know my bet, John.
Chris is all over the Seahawks.
Plus 3.5. Easy money. It's so easy.
That's crazy.
Really?
Yes. Dude, did you not watch the game against the 49ers?
I didn't get to watch a lot of that game.
Dude, they were
I
literally...
don't believe in Sam Darnold.
So, again, Mike McDonald made a bad coaching... It was very similar to the Ravens game, honestly. Like, almost exactly. Mike McDonald made a horrible coaching decision, which he's wont to do on 4th down. And then he admitted after, he goes, you ready for this? He goes, yeah, our model said to go for it, but I wanted to kick it. Why have the model? Like, what's the point of the model, Mike? Mike?
Shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't you want to go for it and the model tells you not to, so you don't?
Right. Oh my god. Oh my god. I want to slap him in the face. Like, even if like you want to be that team who can kick it off and be like our defense, even if you want to be that team, how often are you going to be able to do that in the play? Like, how sustainable is that against the best offenses in the NFL? It's not. You have to be aggressive. So, like, anyway, forget that. Then they drive all the way back down to the red zone. They're about to literally they're about to do the thing to the 49ers that the 49ers just went and did to them. And the ball just flies out of Sam Darnold's hand in the red zone. And I was just like, oh my God. But dude, they looked good. They looked good on offense. They looked great on defense. And now you're sitting here and telling me that they can't lose by a field goal? Please. Seahawks plus 3.5.
All right.
I'm not touching this one. I'm not betting on this one personally, but I would agree with Chris on Seahawks plus 3.5, but I am on Steelers money line.
Give me
this is going to be one of my hardest games of the week to pick, and I did really well in these games last week.
Give me the Steelers to win this game because I think Aaron Rodgers proved that he's still got that dog in him.
Are we in Seattle or are we in Pitt?
We're in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I really like that, John. I like Pittsburgh money line, but if I had to bet the spread, give me the Seattle to cover. Just off of Chris's hype there.
Dude, I think I'm gonna straight up pick the Hawks again. I think I'm gonna let them do it to me one more week.
Wow, that's crazy.
To win, straight up.
Yeah, I do. I picked them to beat the 49ers, and they should have beat the 49ers. So yeah, I'm gonna pick them to beat Pittsburgh.
Nah, bro. Give me a Metcalf. Give me a Metcalf for 2 touchdowns.
Metcalf revenge game, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm all for it. I'm hungry.
Metcalf revenge game or JSN coming out party against his old wide receiver 1.
Dude, I absolutely could see. By the way, yeah, this is going to be the hardest game of the week to pick. Just heads up.
It'll be a fun game.
Yeah, looking for it. That's also at 1:00, unfortunately. All right, we got Carolina. Ties Carolina Panthers.
I'm off the train.
This is Sunday. Week 1, he's off.
Hands up, don't shoot, guys.
He's done.
I don't know if Bryce Young
looked
is
rough week 1.
I don't know if he's a second half of the season kind of a guy. But he did not look good against Jacksonville. Arizona, again, Arizona, didn't look that great against the Saints as well. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to have a hard time touching the spread again with Carolina. Actually, I hate this. I hate this spread, because I don't trust Carolina to do anything because they just had such a terrible week 1. But Arizona also barely covered against the Saints, right? The Saints kind of choked it. So, like, I don't like this game at all. I don't think it's worth betting Arizona to win. Like, if you're betting on this, gambling on this, minus 300, those odds are terrible. Especially since I think they can lose, since they almost lost to the Saints week 1. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not touching this. Gun to my head. Give me the Cardinals minus 6.5. But
yeah,
I'm probably not.
6.5 feels like a lot, for this game. I do think it can be kind of close side, but the Cardinals are at home, which doesn't mean anything from a home field advantage perspective from the fans, because half the crowd is always a fan of the other team anyway. But it's not like the Panthers fans are traveling super well to Arizona. So I'd go Arizona minus 6.5 if I had to. I think they win. They could, hey, listen, they could be in your don't overthink it parlay, Ty.
If I'm not overthinking it, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I like
just the money line.
I think if you're an Arizona fan, you got to love that they actually lined up Harrison all over the field, which they did not do last year. But Murray just Murray's just so disappointing.
Careful, that's my starting quarterback for fantasy.
Like, the amount of times that he had guys wide open streaking across the middle of the field and just didn't throw the ball. Like, he just looks like Kyler Murray from last year. And if we're just going to get Kyler Murray from last year, then you're just going to get these games that he should win and doesn't, and that he wins when he shouldn't. And absolutely. So I really struggle with him. I do think the Cardinals win this game. And it's got one of my favorite bets. So if you guys were paying attention in the Discord last week, I said a couple of plays I really liked, and 2 of the 3 hit. I had Sanders, the tight end for the Panthers, going over, and he went he doubled his receiving total. And Trey Benson was at 23 yards, and I was just like, he can get that in one run, and he did. He got he had a 40-something yard explosive run. And this week they go against one of the worst run defenses in the NFL, and Trey Benson is once again at 36, only 36.5, which again, is higher than last week because they caught on, but I think he can get that. And then James Conner is at 64.5, and why wouldn't he get that? So I'm kind of looking at those running backs and kind of as props. Those are kind of looking juicy. I don't know what. I'm only going to take one, though. I'm going to take Conner or Benson, so I just don't know who I want to pick.
If I had to choose between those two, give me Conner just because he's going to get more touches.
Right. Oh, he's for sure going to get more touches.
And he's a beast. I'm not touching this game, but if I had to, Cardinals minus 6.5, I think Cardinals win. At the end of this, before we do our picks that we're going to kind of parlay together, we'll have Ty do his don't overthink it parlay as well.
Oh, for sure. Love it, dude.
All right, let's go. So we're all on Cardinals minus 6.5, but don't love it.
No, fine. Yeah. I'm gonna pivot. Shit, I hate that. Do not bet this week, guys. Don't bet. This
I'm
game.
not going to.
Now this is to me the most shocking spread out of all of them. Denver Broncos play 305 at Indy. Colts at home. Lucas Oil. Broncos are minus 1.5.
Yeah, that's disgusting, bro.
The Colts actually have a 51.4% probability to win the game outright, according to FPI.
Yeah, that's diabolical, bro. I think we have I truly think that was a week 1 blunder, and the Broncos got out unscathed and they won. But that was not who that team is. I think they clean up. I think that they played. I still think that the Titans, kind of played, pretty decently compared to. You take them against the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins, again, I look at them like Swiss cheese, bro. Four turnovers, and the Colts only put up 33 points. I stand by that, by the way. And some of the turnovers were in the red zone. No shot, bro. I love the Broncos here. Give the points too. I mean, minus 1.5. I'll take it.
Yeah, you know how, John, how earlier we were just we're about to find out what Flacco's made of against this Ravens defense? That's how I feel about Daniel Jones against this Broncos defense. So if Daniel Jones can do it again this week, Look out, Indianapolis. You guys got a little something cooking this year.
Yeah, if you can take out Denver for sure, but I just don't see that happening.
So I'm not betting on this game. If I was going to bet though, I would take the home team and the plus money because it's so close. But it also seems to me like I've told you guys all off season. I told you guys all last year. I think the Broncos are a really fun team. I loved watching John Elway growing up. Like they were one of my favorite AFC teams growing up. I just am not 100% sold yet on Bo Nix. And I even picked him to win the division this year. So the fact that they're -1.5 against the Colts. I mean, if the game was 24-17, right, and they beat the Dolphins in a close one by a touchdown, this spread would be what? Denver -4,
Right.
5, if the Broncos just won handily. So it feels like a game where you should just hammer Denver money line for pretty good value. But man, Colts are tough at home, and that defense is nasty. So I'm not going to touch it. But if I did, I think I'd go plus and take the Colts.
Yeah.
I'm on the Colts +1.5. Ties on Denver -1.5. It kind of thinks they're going to kill them.
Yeah.
Give it a ponk.
The punk is the
dude. Warren's at 4. Tyler Warren is at plus money at 4.5 receptions. Dude had 9 targets. No, he had 11 targets and 9 catches last week.
Slam it.
4.5.
I know what Chris's leg is going to be for the player props already. Tyler Warren receptions.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he's my fantasy core. Like I had a feeling about him. I had a Brock Bowers spider sense.
Yeah.
If Brock Bowers throws 2 or more interceptions this game.
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers. Oh my gosh. Bo Nix. Sorry, I just heard.
Okay, got it.
If Bo Nix throws 2 or more interceptions this game, will Bo Picks be trending on Twitter?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because Tyler will tweet it.
How do kickers just...
Hey, you guys, to be proud of me, there were plenty of missed kicks, especially last night, and I didn't tweet anything. So
should have put one out there. All right, Eagles. We have a couple more here. Eagles -1.5 at Kansas City.
Chiefs going 0-2. That's crazy, bro.
Hammering the Eagles -1.5.
Oh yeah,
I like nuking it.
Yeah, give me Eagles -1.5. Give me, dude. You know what? Give me the simplest. Give me the Broncos Philly. Give me Broncos Philly. Put them together right now. +230.
That's a juicer right there.
I mean,
I just I don't understand how this is only 1.5. Is Worthy gonna play? I heard
he might.
He practiced this week.
He might. Do you know who also played in the Super Bowl? Xavier Worthy.
Worthy.
Yeah, my issue with this game, guys, is like, so think about how the Chiefs, and again, even with, I know they didn't have Worthy, but that Chargers defense is not crazy. Like, it's not
good, not great,
right? And now you're going up against a better defense at almost every level, and you're telling me it's 1.5?
Yep, and the weakest part of the defense for the Eagles was the corners.
Yeah.
You got Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Eagles.
This is going to be one of those games, and I've got a feeling it's going to be one of those Mahomes games, and I hope he doesn't go too crazy. Like, I hope he protects himself. Like, he's going to have to feel like he's going to have to rush.
Yeah. I like the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm on the Eagles -1.5 too. Like, I just, if they had Rice, if they had a healthy Worthy, I think it's a great spread. I think the spread should be more like Eagles -3.5. And so, yeah, give me the Eagles. I'm taking them and probably absolutely hammering them.
Pacheco had 7 runs last week, by the way. I can't. So if you have to bench Pacheco, by the way. You should not be starting him in fantasy.
Yeah, keep him though.
Right?
No,
yes.
Don't drop him. Yeah.
Don't drop him, but man, you cannot start him if he's only going to get 7 carries.
Yep. And I just want Chiefs fans to know, no disrespect here. It's just injuries with the Eagles doing what they just did in the Super Bowl. Being able to run the ball too, like Barkley. It's going to be, I think, honestly, Ty, you're going to get a classic boring Eagles game here.
It is. It's going to be Jalen Hurts rushing the ball. They're going to be getting 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, tush push.
Yep.
Chiefs can't stop.
Chiefs are good against the run though. Like they play a lot of man. So I actually do think Goddard's been ruled out, guys. So I actually think Devontae Smith splits with Goddard in and with Goddard out are insane. like he becomes one of the best fantasy receivers in the NFL when Goddard sits. So again, I don't know about Brown. I don't know if that hamstring is still bothering him, but I really like Smith this week as a start.
All right, we'll be starting him 100%. So we're all on Philly -1.5.
Yeah, I like Philly.
All right. By the way, kind of like the under. Over/under is at 46.5. Kind of like the under. I'm not betting the under with Hurts and Mahomes at quarterback, but I lean that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Falcons at Vikings, Sunday Night Football. Vikings are -3.5.
Give me the Vikings by
this is a game where I need
million.
the Falcons to come out hot.
Vikings
The
by
Falcons
million.
could have just beat the Bucks, by the way. So like that was kind of a.
Yeah, you say that, but also Michael Penix did not look great.
No, I know.
So
Play calling wasn't awesome either, though.
right, exactly, which is a
Drake
problem.
London had like
right?
15 targets and only like what 50 something. It was insane. They were throwing up like they weren't really going deep.
Exactly. So I think that Minnesota's defense is significantly better. We got home field advantage. McCarthy,
We got home field advantage.
Yeah, we're betting. I mean, JJ's our boy.
We come on, dude. We're jumping
JJ's
ship
our boy.
already. One JJ week.
JJ's our boy. JJ's our boy. We got we're talking about. I'm saying we like. I'm talking about like this bet. We're talking about the Vikings. Yeah, give me the Vikings. I love them. I'll take them money line. I'll also take them at -3. If JJ can roll over even a little bit from that heat from the second half, protect the ball. Just obviously no interceptions. I think this is a blowout. So -3 is generous. I think that they can. I think they can crush them.
Oof.
I mean, obviously, I mean that's just me. I mean, obviously, I think the Falcons are, they're a good team, but yeah, I don't know, man. Their defense is phenomenal. Give me Minnesota's defense again at home.
The skull chants are going to be electric.
I just really like Minnesota. I'm done sleeping on them.
Penix likes to stay in the pocket, and the Vikings can kind of exploit that if the line doesn't hold up. So I see where Ty's coming from. Again, McCarthy's going to have to grow off that week 1 performance. We've seen that he can.
That's really what I'm talking about, right? Like,
so
it's got to be
a little. I'm with you guys. I'm taking the Vikings in the points. Like Andrew in our chat just goes, Van Ginkel and Okuda are out. They're already ruled out.
Oh, I didn't know Van Ginkel's out. Oh, wow.
And again, this is a game where the Falcons didn't run enough with Bijan. They threw it to him, but like. I don't know. I'm still on the Vikings. I think the Vikings win. -3.5 is just my question.
Well, so here's my thoughts, right? Who do you think's better right now? Bears or Falcons?
Falcons.
It's close though. It's close.
It's closer than it's closer than I think maybe
especially
I thought.
If Johnson was playing their best corner. He was out against the Vikings.
Yep. I think that the Falcons are a little bit better. And I think with Bijan, like in the way they're better is in the running game. Like Bijan is 10 times better than Swift and Roshan. And so I think if they can get the run going and Van Ginkel's out, I think it's a 3-point game. And so no matter who wins, I think it's a 3-point game. So give me the Falcons plus the 3.5. And if you're using, and Thumper just actually said this, and I was thinking the same thing. If you're using what Vegas's kind of normal rule is of like 3 points to the home team, then they think it's kind of a coin flip.
Yeah.
At -3.5. So give me the Falcons plus 3.5. I think if I had to pick money line, I'd probably go Vikings.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We got Tampa and Houston.
Two
minus
Monday
2.5.
night football games, guys. Can we get a clap? Can we get claps in the chat, dude? 2 Monday night football
Monday
games.
Night games, both very razor thin spreads here and margins. So Texans are at home Monday night -2.5 against the Buccaneers. Opened up over under at 45.5, went down 3 points already to 42.5.
This is a game I don't know enough about. Like, I didn't watch the Rams Houston game because they were never on the screen. Honestly, I should probably just go back and watch it to get a better feel for how the game went on. And then same thing with Tampa Bay as well and the Falcons. I got a lot of like highlights of Penix like not throwing touchdowns.
Yeah, this is one tie where this is one I think Houston. This is one I think that Tampa just loses without Wirfs.
Sure.
I think that this is where they feel Wirfs being gone against this insane front four. of Houston, who they have it in the secondary. I don't think that Tampa's defense is as good. So I think, again, Houston's biggest issue, guys, is that they can't sustain the run. Like Chubb, the Houston Texans had one explosive run this weekend. I think Chubb had one run for 11. And so, yeah, that's the question, guys. Do you think Stroud over the Bucks defense versus Baker and this awesome Bucks offense, but without their right tackle against this insane defense?
I like the under.
Yeah. Give me the Texans in a super close one.
So -2.5 or no?
No, I would not bet that. I would not touch that.
I'm taking Texans to win.
Okay. Give me the Bucks money line. And I will sit here right now and tell you that I'm not betting this game, but there's 2 Monday night games, and I can't bet on the Sunday games because they'll be over. So
I'll say this, John.
Give me the Bucks money line.
I like the Bucks plus 124 more than I like the Texans minus 146.
Yeah.
I'll say that, but like straight up, like my pick this week is going to be the Texans.
For sure.
Give me the Bucks. I picked the Bucks to win it as well in my picks. Already tweeted those, by the way. All right, we got Chargers -3.5 and Raiders.
It's -3 now.
It's
now
-3. Give me the Chargers. Yeah, Chargers -3.
Chargers -3.
I think they have the defense to somewhat contain and stop the Raiders, and I think their offense is just going to eviscerate the Raiders. So I don't think they'll have trouble scoring.
That's where the Raiders are going to struggle is on defense. I think that, like Tyler, you guys said, I think they're kind of going off the fact that these teams are 1-0, and that the Raiders are home. Right.
Yep.
And
Pete Carroll's a good coach.
Yeah.
Sure.
Based on what the Chargers just did to the Chiefs, I like the Chargers -3.
Same.
Yep. Same. Now, what about the travel? Does that concern you at all? Coming back from Brazil?
No. These are professionals. Dude, just think about the way they move the ball against the Chiefs defense. Like Harbaugh just came out and was just like, we're going to throw the ball because we know you're good against the run. So I just think they're going to understand their matchups. They know they can throw all over this Raiders defense. The Raiders secondary, they traded away Nate Hobbs. They traded their #1 corner to freaking Green Bay to start the season. So, yeah, I just think the Chargers offense is just, I think it's going to roll through week 2, man. 2-0.
Yep, with you there. I'll take them minus the points. All right, guys, last one, and then we'll share some of our picks here. Our Blev Bros parlays. We got Bears at Lions. Opened up, by the way. I think at -4.5 was Detroit.
Okay.
And then when the Bears were winning in the first half, it went to like -3 Detroit. And then they took the at least on my app, they took it off when the Vikings started coming back and didn't put it on until like late that night or the next morning. And now the Lions are -6.5.
Dude, 6.5 is
home.
insane.
At home, and kind of what feels like it isn't, but it feels like a must-win game as close as you can get to that in week 2. What do you guys think? Ben Johnson homecoming?
I think it's going to be more like the November game than the December game. Right?
So close.
Wait, dude. We beat the Bears when we were 15-2. We beat the Bears 23-20 in November. Got more injured and beat them 34-17 the second time when they had basically given up. You guys have been saying it all stream how we struggle against mobile quarterbacks. And
I like the Bears +6.
Yeah, I think 6.5 is a lot of points for a divisional game. I'm not saying I don't think the Lions are going to win, and I'm not saying I don't think the Lions are going to be comfortable, but you can be comfortable and only win by 3 and be taking a knee at the end of the game. And the Lions did not. I don't think the Lions showed enough on Sunday to be +6.5.
I completely agree, Chris. And I think that, dude, I legitimately think the reason I think the Bears could even win this game, but I love +6.5 is because, I mean, dude, Ben Johnson, he knows that offense. This is going to be a coach. This game is going to be won by coaching, right? And look how we did against the Packers. Not good. And I know that our offensive line was obviously, again, a huge disappointment week 1. And if they even clean it up a little bit, our run game should be much better. against the Bears. But yeah, dude, like I think Ben Johnson can completely win this game just off of the knowledge, the incredible recent knowledge of how this team operates and functions. So, um, yeah, and of course we don't know how to spy on a quarterback if we were paid.
All right, so here we go.
Yeah,
Our defense right now is infinitely healthier than it was last year in November when we played the Bears the first
guys,
time.
Caleb Williams' rushing line is set at 28.5. I'm hammering the over.
Hear me out, guys. We had half our defense already gone by November.
Sure.
Hutch was already out that game. We still won. I think we were missing corners already. I think we were missing a safety already. Then the second time we blew them out in Chicago when they, like you said, Chris, they kind of hung it up. Hutchinson at home he actually had a good PFF grade for having no sacks or tackles against the Packers. Like he got pressure and he was double teamed the whole time. He's going to win way more of those against a way worse Bears offensive line who accrued like 80 yards of penalties on the O-line alone. Their left tackle, their right tackle are pretty weak. I think we beat them by 10 or more.
Wow.
And here's the thing. And here's why I think that, right? Our defense is so good. And the Packers offense the Packers are just that much better right now than we were last week. I think if we play the Packers next week at home, it's a very different game than it was last week at Lambeau. Caleb Williams, look how bad he did at home after that first drive. Now he's got to do it in Detroit when it's going to be the loudest it's been since like the last time they were in the playoffs or those Rams games, right? You know how we welcomed Matthew Stafford. They're going to be going nuts. Caleb Williams isn't going to be able to change plays. We're going to get pressure, and they can't run. We shut down Josh Jacobs in the running game for the most part.
Yeah, we did.
And they have Swift and Johnson. And so there's a chance Caleb gets more rushing yards than both of them. And so that means you're making Caleb one-dimensional on the road with a great secondary and good linebackers. I don't see a way. I don't see a way they win. If they win, that's why I say I go from a 3 to a 10 in panic mode if we lose, because that we're so much better on paper than the Bears. Give me the Lions -6.5.
Wow.
I think we dominate. I could see the score being something like 27-13.
You made me feel better about this game. I'm still taking the Bears +6.5.
Okay.
Some
I will not
players,
be
John,
this.
Caleb,
I'll include it in a parlay, but
the first dude.
I got 7 minutes, by the way, guys. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get.
We are doing our picks and we're done.
Yep.
What are you gonna say, Chris?
Dude, some quarterbacks like playing away.
For sure, they thrive off it.
I don't know that Caleb likes playing at all.
Okay.
Goff 75% indoors. So good. Okay, let's pull it up, guys. Tyler, give us your don't overthink it parlay this week.
All right, dude, let's not overthink this, ladies and gentlemen. I like the Lions. I like Buffalo to win. If you want to throw Baltimore, that's fine. The Rams over the Tennessee Titans. Give me Dallas. Cardinals, there's no way they lose, and that's it. So it's 6 I think there are 6 teams that should absolutely not lose this week. Again, that's the Lions, Bills, Baltimore, Rams, Dallas, and Arizona. It's +431 if you want to sprinkle like a half a unit on that. That's my don't overthink it. We're not overthinking this game.
A free $12.50 bet on that play, Ty. That is +458.
Yeah, and if I wanted to like make a don't overthink it, but like the lines are a lot closer. I mean, the Chargers beat the Raiders. I'd add the Chargers to that, and I know it's too late for you, JB, but I'd add the Chargers to that, and I would also, honestly, I'd add the Eagles at -120 for crazy odds, and Denver. Throw Denver in there. I think there's a lot of money to be made in these lines so early in the week. So, yeah. That being said, keep it simple for the first one this week. Second week.
All right, we're each going to make a player prop bet. Can be anything from any game.
Anything from any game.
Caleb
Williams over 28.5 rushing yards.
All right, that's a little bit of a cheese, but that's fine, Chris.
Why? Why is that a cheese?
No, I mean it's a cheese. It's fine. You're adorable. That's good. I'll take it. Give me Josh Allen anytime.
Josh Allen anytime. Hold on, going in, looking.
Don't
the heck are the Bills, dude?
Take it. Don't love it, but I'll take it.
You don't love it?
-150? That's not fun. For a touchdown?
All right. Okay. All right.
It's -135. That's fine.
No, Chris, that's fine. No.
That's fine. Prop. No, we're doing it. We're doing it. Watch
All right.
Ty's hit and Chris is not. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Fine.
Facts.
Do it. Do it. All right. And then give me let's go to the Niners Saints game.
Okay.
Niners Saints. Who do you have here?
Yeah. We're gonna go in Alvin Kamara anytime.
Oh my God, you guys in your anytimes, you're so dumb.
He's gonna get in the end zone, baby. He's gonna get in the end zone. They have no one else on the team. And I am putting $10 on that to win 66. It's plus 561. So that's Caleb Williams on his over rushing yards. Josh Allen anytime. Alvin Kamara anytime tutty. All right. Now we each pick one spread. We'll try our best not to I won't pick Bills minus 6.5, even though that is on the bet that I shared on my stream this week because you guys were both on the Jets plus 6.5. So I'm going to try to not pick against what you guys think, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go Eagles -1.
All right. Tyler's taking the Eagles minus 1.5.
Yep.
Love it.
Chris?
Chargers -3.
Chris is okay. So that's or 3.5 too.
Whatever. I don't love. Well, yeah. I mean, I like them to win by 7. So.
All right. And I am going to go. Gosh, I so badly want to go Browns plus 11.5, but I'm not gonna. I will go Cowboys minus 4.5. That is plus 604. So
Chris,
guys, that is Eagles minus
what's
1.5, Chargers minus 3.5, and Cowboys minus 4.5.
Did you hear my sigh, bro?
I did hear the sigh. Yeah, it was hard to not hear it.
Chris loves to do that. He loves to sigh during our fantasy picks, then I kick his ass in fantasy week 1. He loves to sigh during our bets.
You
He
beat me because your quarterback dropped
He gets all
50,
cute.
bro. Get
Yeah, the
out of
quarterback
here.
I
My
drafted
team
to
is
get
way
50.
better than you.
Hey, Ty, real quick. What was the play last year where Chris got what was it, bro? Remember it? Where he got super cute in receptions or something, and it got 0 or 1. It was so funny.
I know exactly who it was. It
Who
was
it?
It was the backup running back for the Falcons. Who was it, Chris?
Algier.
Yeah, and I did the same thing with Benson last week, and it hit.
25 yards.
Yeah, 25 yards. Algier. Ty, we were hanging out that night and watching the game. I remember I brought wine and Tebow over, and we're texting Chris he has 0 touches.
Dude, hey, and I got it with Benson, and I'm on it, dude. Because what I want, guys, if I make it, and I just want to say this, I'm going to say this to everyone at home too. If I'm making a touchdown bet, it's plus money. I am never making an anytime bet minus money. I think it's bad value. So I want to get the guy who I think is going to go in the end zone who's plus money. Those are my favorite bets for touchdowns.
I agree with you, Chris, which is why I took Ertz yesterday. I agree with you, but not in a parlay. I think it's fun to put it in a parlay because there's a reason they're minus money to get a touchdown.
And again, I know I'm being a little whatever, but
whatever.
I can't wait for next week for Chris to sigh during our picks.
Delicious, dude. Guys, we're gonna post on all of our
Giants
social media.
win, John, you're gonna feel so stupid, dude.
Oh gosh, I would.
I gotta get to my best friend's dinner. I love you guys.
Great show, guys. Great show. Love you guys. We'll see you soon.
Hey, take care of each other, guys. Take care of each other.
Take care of each other.